don't fail, you're not even trying. I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. My wife told me this great expression. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. Les Brown's a motivational speaker. He made an analogy about this. He says, imagine you're on your deathbed, and standing around your deathbed are the ghosts representing your unfulfilled potential. The ghost of the ideas you never acted on. The ghost of the talents you didn't use. And they're standing around your bed, angry, disappointed, and upset. They say, we came to you because you could have brought us to life, they say. And now we have to go to the grave together. So I ask you today, how many ghosts are going to be around your bed when your time comes?
Whoa, listen to this. Continuous effort, not strength or intelligence, is the key to unlocking our potential. Winston Churchill, my man, welcome to the Brent Daniels Real Estate Show. We've got 3 solid, action-packed hours for you ready to go. I'm going to go to the board here to show you exactly what this 3 hours is going to look like, but it's going to be absolutely incredible. So stay tuned. All right, wait, we got to wait till the camera guys over there. Okay, there we go. And Matt's doing his thing. Hello, everybody. I see you guys in the comments section. We're going to be answering a lot of questions today, so make sure that you put your questions in the chat. But check this out. All right, switch the mic over to Matt. 10 to 10:30 here. We're going to be 90 days of greatness. All right. We're going to be going what you should be doing your first 90 days or the next 90 days in your business to get the most amount of deals, the most amount of income from your efforts. Number 2, we're going to be talking to Dean Rogers out of Central City, California. He is or Central Valley, California. He is absolutely incredible. He's got $1 million business. He's going to break down exactly what he's doing to be able to do that. 10:45 to 11, we are going to be doing a giveaway. We're going to be giving away some really amazing stuff, and we're going to be doing some questions and answers. So as we're going through the training, make sure that you put in your questions right there. 11 to 11:15, we're going to be talking about the top tools for your real estate investing business. It's going to be absolutely bananas. 11:15 to 11:30, Jerry Norton's coming on. Jerry Norton is coming on for 15 minutes to share some wisdom with us. Do not miss it. He is the flipping genius. Sorry, there you go. 11:30 to noon, top questions. And we're going to have a meathead moment. We're going to talk about working out. We're going to talk about exercise. We're going to be talking about some fun stuff. I'm going to get on that scale, weigh myself, and we're going to talk about some goals that I have coming up. It's absolutely incredible. And also do a giveaway. All right, noon to 12:15, we got a guest, Eugene Ison. He has on one day, he talked to 170 property owners. He has such endurance speaking with property owners, and his business has absolutely exploded. It's going to be absolutely incredible to share some time with him. 12:15, 12:30, we're going to be really focusing on our mindset, really building it up. 12:30 to 1 o'clock, question and answers, and final thoughts, and another giveaway. We're giving away some really awesome stuff today, so stick around. It's going to be really exciting. So let's jump right into here, all right? What is your income? What is your earning potential? What's your earning potential? Have you ever thought about that? Is it a couple $1 million? I mean, if you get an average 9-to-5 job, and let's just say you get up to the point where you make $100,000 and you do that year after year after year after year, your earning potential over your career is probably a few $1 million, right? Few $1 million over those years, but obviously you've got expenses and taxes, and you're paying interest on whatever it is, car payments or your mortgage or whatever else. What's your earning potential? You ever wonder that? You ever think about that? Is it $40 million? Is it $70 million? Is it $100 million? Put it in the chat. I'd be curious to see what kind of big thinkers we have on the show today. But what is your earning potential? Because the fact is, the equation is very simple, right? The amount of value you provide to the marketplace equals the amount of income that you earn. That's the equation. That's the balancing act between that. So it's again, it's one of those things that we have to have the confidence knowing that we can go out there and provide an incredible amount of value to the marketplace. Well, let me explain something to you about wholesaling real estate. Okay. Nobody, nobody is reaching out to these property owners to give them speed and convenience. Nobody. The fix and flippers aren't doing it. The people that are building the rental portfolios aren't doing it. Realtors certainly aren't doing it. They want to sell nice, clean, beautiful, high, expensive homes so that their commissions are bigger. So who's going after all the hoarder homes? Who's going after the fire damaged homes? Who's going after the properties that have been beat up by tenants for the last 10, 15 years? How about the properties that are vacant, sitting out there vacant, that are doing nothing? It's a blight to the neighborhood. Everybody in the street wishes that somebody would buy that property and put investment into that property. Everybody, right? And that's what we do. We go out and we find opportunities. That's all wholesaling is. The wholesaling is just the art of finding opportunities in the marketplace. And then we either keep those for ourselves, or we give them to our friends. We sell them to the cash investors in town that want to purchase those properties and do something significant. They want to make investment into the community, onto that street, to make that area better. Why do we get paid so much? Why do people, kind of rag on us a little bit, kind of get a little bit angry at us at times because we make so much? It's because we provide incredible value. Incredible value. Having those conversations and making those offers and matching up either ourselves or somebody else with those properties that need significant investment, there's magic there. You should take an incredible amount of pride in the work that you're doing out there if you are wholesaling real estate, finding those incredible opportunities and matching them up with income, with money investment that goes into those communities. So be really proud about what we do. All right. Now let's get into this and let's break this down real simply. Okay. Number one right here, real estate investing breaks down into 3 parts. I don't care what you're doing, but we're talking about next 90 days. But it's really important to see what to focus on, because it's step by step by step. Some people try to skip the steps and it just doesn't work out, because it all starts with lead generation. We can't do anything. We can't move on to any other part of the process if we don't have leads. Lead is somebody, now make it very simple here, guys. Lead is somebody that has made the decision that they're going to sell their property. That is a lead. Now, once you have that person that's going to sell their property, it's a 4-way street. It's one street going in, and then it splits off into 4. All right? It splits off into 4. One way is a cash as is offer. That's typically what we're dealing with wholesale deals, right? Cash as is. They want speed and convenience. They don't care about the price. They want speed and convenience, right? The next path is they want retail value. The price is very important to them, and they want the speed. Okay. And that's where you go down 2 different paths here. One path is creative finance, right? You can get them the price they want. It just depends on the terms, right? There's a creative finance path, and then there is the listing it on the market path. So now we've got cash as is, we got creative, we've got listing, and then the fourth one, when they want convenience and they want the price still, the price is a little bit too high, the property's in decent enough condition to be able to get a higher price. That's when we're talking about doing novations. All right? That's when you go in and you do a novation. If you're curious about that, put it in the comments. I'll break it all down simply on the whiteboard so that you completely understand every single one of those paths, right? First path, cash as is. Second, creative finance. Third, and creative finance could be seller finance, it could be lease options, it could be sub-twos, it could be all sorts of different things, right? Wraps, land contracts. There's exciting stuff over there, but there's definitely some expertise that's involved in there. So if you don't know how to do it, squat up with somebody that does know how to do it. If I were you and you're just getting started, stay with the cash as is offers. It's simpler, it's faster, it's easier, and you're in and you're out. All right. Third one is listing. If you have a license, this is perfect. You're going to have so many listing opportunities based on this plan that I'm about to give you, this 90-day plan, that it's going to go absolutely bananas. You could be the top agent in your area without a doubt, without a doubt. But if you're not an agent, or you don't want to do listings like me, I just refer it out and I get a 25% referral fee because I have an active real estate license. So you can refer that out if you have an active license. If you don't have an active license, then you're just giving it to your agent friend and building goodwill, right? Building goodwill. Maybe they can help you out with some marketing. Maybe they can help you out comping properties. Maybe they can help you out if you do decide to flip someday, they'll reduce their commissions. I mean, it's really, really, really smart to build good relationships with top agents in your area, right? And then novations, right? Being able to put that home on the market and basically wholesale to a conventional buyer. It's pretty cool. But that's what you're dealing with. It all starts with this purple section right here in lead generation. So how do you generate the leads? Well, let me tell you, it breaks down. Not everybody should be doing the same lead generation. That's the crazy thing. That's the realness of it. You should be following this path right here. Can we make this a little bit bigger, Matt? Thank you. Right here. The first four you're going to see are part-time. All right. You're part-time. You're not going full-time with this. Okay. You are going part-time. I can't see it now, Matt. There we go. Whatever. There you go. Part-time. You don't have a huge budget and you're new. There's three options for you: direct mail, referrals, and either cold calling or text message marketing. I don't think that you should be getting into pay per lead. I don't think you should be definitely not getting into pay per click. And I don't think that you should be hiring a VA if you have low budget, you're part-time, and you're new at this. All right. Send out the direct mail. I'm going to show you in a second how to build incredible ability to get referrals very quickly. I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. And then you got to be proactive. You have to go out and talk to people. You need to have quality conversations with property owners every single day. Every single day you should be talking to at least one. But I'm going to push you. I'm going to see what your actual potential is, right? Because we could live in potential, right? We could live in this spot that feels all good about potential, right? I got all this potential. But until you get out of potential and into action, nothing matters. Nothing's going to happen. It's just simply not going to happen. All right. Next is if you're part-time, no money, and you have experience. All right. It's pretty much the same. I want you to keep your budget low. You should keep your budget low because a lot of people think, oh, I could hire a VA. This is what companies do. Let me explain something. Just put it on me here, Matt, for a second. This is what companies do. VA companies will do this. They'll go, listen, we're going to have somebody that you pay $850 to $1,000 a month for. They're going to make all the calls for you. They're going to make all the texts for you. And then they're going to send in the leads and you just follow up with hot leads because you are the entrepreneur. You deserve this. That's all fantasy. You don't deserve anything when you're starting. You need to earn it when you start. There's no entitlement because you decided one day that you're going to be an entrepreneur. Knock it off. That's baby talk. You're getting duped by companies that are going, yeah. Give us the $850 and $1,000 because they know that you're not coming back next month. And if you do, they might look at the studies of how long people stay and know, okay, if I get one person, they'll stay in 3 months before they cancel on us. And then we'll get, about $1,500 every time somebody gets duped by us. It's nonsense. Do the work. Do the work. Everybody that I know that is wildly successful does the work. They do the work. They do the calls. They build up their referral database. They send out the direct mail. They do the work. Okay? If you think that a VA is going to run your business at $4 an hour, you are wild. You are going to learn real fast. And the reason I'm getting loud about this is because it's nonsense. It's an easy way to trick you into using a service. Don't do it. You don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. So stay in the pocket. And I'm telling you, on the other side of that, when you're pushing and you're earning and you're building up your actual skills, your confidence is going to go up. Your confidence to actually close those deals are going to go up. And you're going to make an absolute fortune because you actually are valuable. You have to be valuable to provide valuable service, to be able to earn incredible income. I talked to 45,000 property owners before I hired anybody to do it. Stay in the pot. I know it's going to be difficult. I know it's going to be hard. I know I'm challenging you, but I'm telling you, if you get up every single day with enthusiasm and a positive attitude and follow this plan, you will win. You will win. It's only a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. So stay focused. All right, let's go back here. Enough with the rant. All right. Part-time, you have some money, then you know what? And you're new to it, and you can get into PPL, get into the PPL. You can get some VA, you can get a VA to start churning out some extra leads, but you got to be doing it yourself right there in the blue. The TTP and the SMS, that's you doing the work. I want you doing the work all the time until you hire somebody full-time to be able to do it for you. All right. But stay away from pay-per-click unless you're full-time, you have the money and you have the experience, because you will burn that money. All right. Full-time, no money, new. You could do all of those things that everybody part-time and new is doing. Just stay in the pocket. Direct mail referral, talk to people, call them, send text messages. Make sure that you're using launch control, guys. Use launch control for your text messaging. They scrub out all of the do not call and the litigators. Make sure that you are doing that. All right. Awesome. Make sure that you are using launch control. You can get that at rhinotexting.com. They hook you up because you're part of this channel, rhinotexting.com. All right. Full-time, new, we get this, right? You can take a screenshot of this. You can go through this. We got to move on and get into the nitty-gritty. All right. Next, we're going to get into the 30-day action plan. Okay. 30-day action plan. I want you to talk to 10 new homeowners every single day. 10 new homeowners every single day, or 50 a week. 50 a week, property owners that own properties that are in distress. I'm going to give you some tools later on in the show. We're going to get to it later on in the show. But the 10 new homeowners a day, 50 a week is number one. That's top priority is lead generation. Because again, going back to this, we can't get to the conversion part of this business until we have leads. Right? And the way that we're going to get leads in our first 90 days is to talk to 50 people a week. 50 people a week. That's 200 a month. That's 200 a month. The stats are every 200 people you talk to, you get a deal. Every 200 people you talk to, you get a deal. Isn't that incredible? So if you're looking to really start ramping this up, the average deal size is 10,000 around the country. Used to be 12. Now it's 10, a little bit lower. Buyers are a little bit tighter, but not bad. And if you're in major markets, it's more like 15 to 20,000 by just talking to 50 people a week. Right? You should be talking to, if you're using a dialer, you should be talking to 10 people every hour. So that's 5 hours. That's 20 hours to make 10 grand. That's like $250 an hour. If I were to be there, if I were to be right behind you and give you $250 every single hour that you just stayed on the calls and just made calls for yourself, I would have to tear you off the phone. There are people right now that are making $1,000 an hour making calls. $1,000 an hour. Imagine that. 10 crispy $100 bills that I put on your desk as you're making calls every single hour. You would do 100 hours a week. You would go absolutely bananas. Stay focused. Just make the calls. Just talk to people. That's all it comes down to. Talk to 10 new homeowners every single day. Number 2, add 100 driving for dollars each week. 80% of people get their first deals from driving for dollars. 80% from driving for dollars. It shows distress, right? There's 3 main buckets of distress that we're looking for. There's the condition of the property is distressed. There's financial distress where they just can't keep up with the property financially, whether they can't pay their mortgage, whether they can't make some major repair to the property. And then there's emotional distress. There's divorce. There's death. There is, secrets. We had one person sell their property to us because it was the dad's, that passed away's mistress's house that she was living in. Right? Like they didn't even know. Then they found out. This happens. It's absolutely wild, right? But when you're starting out, just going after the ugliest properties that you can that need the most amount of work is going to be key. So add 100 driving for dollars each week. Okay. Number 3 is you got to squat up with 2 established wholesalers in your area. If you're not in the chat right now or in the comments section, if you're watching the replay of this and putting in your information, hey, I wholesale in this city, it's a huge mistake. Make sure that you do it. Make sure that you're putting in the comment section. It's an advantage for you to put in the comment section and say, this is what I'm doing. This is where I'm working. This is where I live. I'm excited to do work. Let's squat up. Squat up in the chat. Squat up in the comment section, guys. All right. Number 4 is understanding how to comp properties. Right? Comp 5 properties a day. And you should be having enough conversations where people are telling you that they do want to sell their property. It's about 10%. About 10% will tell you that they want to sell their property. So if you're talking to 200 people a month, 20 of those people are going to say, yeah, I would consider an offer on my property. Right? And one of them will be serious. One of them will be ready to go. But do you know the comps? Do you know how to comp the properties? Do you know how to understand the values or the potential? You're not going to be perfect in the beginning, but you don't have to be a tactician. I don't want you to be a tactician. I don't want you to understand everything. I want you to take massive imperfect action. Just right here, continuous effort, not strength or intelligence, is the key to unlocking our potential. So comp that. Number 5, no music in the car. You're done. Music is for treadmills and pool parties, baby. Treadmills and pool parties. If you're by yourself in the car, it's a mobile university. It's a mobile university. Make sure that you are putting great stuff in your head all the time, because I am telling you, nothing in your life is going to be harder than being an entrepreneur. Nothing. You're out there. You eat what you kill. Nothing's going to be harder. There's going to be people that are going to be negative about it. There's going to be people that are jealous about it. There's going to be people telling you that you can't do it or that you don't have the experience or whatever else. You need to put amazing things in your mind. Play this channel, play this YouTube channel while you're driving. You're going to pick up 1, 2, 3 things that you can implement in your business every single day that get you 1, 2, 10% better every single day. No more music in the car. All right. 10 pages of reading every single day, 50 per week, right? 10 pages of reading. You got to put this good stuff in. You literally get to spend hours with the most brilliant minds ever. Number 7 is watch The Strangest Secret or listen to it. It's on YouTube. It's absolutely incredible. It's just over 30 minutes. It'll blow your mind and it'll put you in the right mindset for sure. But this is it. And then you just do this time after the next 3 months. And then the last thing here I'm going to show you is on Facebook. And this is how you're going to build up your referral database. And you're going to find so many buyers this way. And you can fund any deal this way. And you're going to find people that want to sell their properties as is this way. All right. Matt, if we could switch over to my computer here. All right. All I did here is I went to Facebook and I put in real estate investing, Arizona. And I go to these groups. I'll go to Phoenix RIA because this is run by my buddy Chris, which is absolutely fantastic. And what I would do is I would go in here and I would go to the member section. Okay. Go to the member section. Go over here and just start adding friends. Add friend, add friend, add friend, add friend, add friend. Go through all of the different groups. I want you to try to get to, add about 20 to 50 every day. I think if you add too much, Facebook kind of limits it, but you could definitely test that. But I feel like Facebook's very testy, right? They're very, don't do too much repetitive actions on Facebook, which is fine. That's their deal. It's all run by robots. And just add all these friends, add all these friends. Add all these friends, add all these friends, all of them. Get to 5,000. Max out your friend count. Max it out. Max it out. And then this is going to be the hard part. You ready? I want you to take your phone and I want you to take a picture of yourself or a video or something. I don't care if it's a picture of this rhino or if it's a picture of your computer or whatever else, or you're walking through a rough house or you're comping properties or you're just documenting your day. And then I want you to put, I buy houses. Call me and put your phone number or DM me. I buy houses. Guys, people drive around with magnets on their car. People put out bandit signs. People do all these things that just say, I buy houses. Why? There's billboards that people spend millions of dollars on that say, I buy houses. Why? Because it works. If you post, and I want to challenge you this, for the next 90 days, after you build up your friend account, and after you're building it up and you got thousands of people on there, and I want you to post every single day. And I know maybe you've never posted before. Maybe I've talked to a tennis pro and they're like, well, everybody knows me in this community as a tennis pro. Great. But you can't buy houses as well, right? Just be brave. Do this. Teachers are like, well, I'm a teacher. The people are going to be like, what are you trying to do? What's happening here? You buy houses. You can't invest in property. People are interested in those type of things. So I buy houses. DM me or put your phone number and people will start responding to you. People will start reaching out to you. You're going to start building unbelievable connections this way. This is going to open up so many doors with the consistency that you put it out there. Well, my friends and family are going to think that it's annoying. Who cares? Who cares? Nobody cares. At the end of the day, nobody cares. Right? They're living their lives. They're doing their thing. If they don't want to be brave enough to be excited about the building their own business, great. But that's fine. But post every single day. Post every single day. Let's go back to StreamYard here, Matt, and get back to this 30-day action plan. Let me show you this. Perfect full-time schedule. If you're doing this full-time, 8:30 to 9 o'clock is practice and role play. Find a role play partner, right? Find a role play partner. Don't practice when you're live with a property owner. Don't do it. Practice beforehand. And if you don't have somebody or they don't show up or you can't find the consistency, do it in the mirror. And as you're having the conversations with the property owners, write down the objections that you're getting and then write down a couple of responses. And then that's going to get you the reps that you need to be able to be really, really, really confident that you're almost like a gunslinger. When anybody's throwing anything at you, you're kind of like, right? You're like, come on, throw these objections at me, baby. Come on. Say something that you think is going to put me on my back foot because I don't have a back foot. I only step forward, baby. That's how I want you to feel. And that's how you're going to feel when you are practicing and role playing. All right? Guys, coming up in just a few minutes is Dean Rogers. Is he on yet? Not yet. He's in his car. He's driving to an appointment, which is awesome. He's meeting some people at an appointment, selling a deal. But 9 to noon, lead generation. Lead generation. This is money time. The morning is for finding deals. The afternoon's for doing deals. 9 to noon, lead generation. Okay? Noon to 12:15, lunch. You don't need an hour to eat lunch. 15 minutes. Wolf it down. We're entrepreneurs. We're on the move. We got to keep going. 12:15 to 1 o'clock, you're doing lead follow-up, and 1 o'clock to 5, you're doing more lead follow-up if you have more leads, or you're driving for dollars, or you're going on your seller's appointments, or you're negotiating with your cash buyers. Let's go. That is the perfect full-time schedule. Now let's look at the part-time schedule. All right. I need 20 hours minimum. Need 20 hours. There's 168 hours in a week. I need 20 of them. I need 20 hours. That's it. 20 hours to build your business, to replace your income so that you can go full time in this business. I know you could do it. I know you could find 20 hours. 15 hours of that is lead generation. Everything comes from conversations and offers. Everything. If you boil down the business, it's conversations and offers. That's all it is. Conversations and offers, conversations and offers, conversations, offers, over and over and over and over again. All right. 1 hour is your lead follow-up. 1 hour is driving for dollars, and 2 hours is for your appointments or driving for dollars. It should have a slasher or lead follow-up. But if you just take everything off your plate, think about this. Think about you squatting up with somebody in your marketplace that knows what they're doing. All right. They know what they're doing. They will help you out. They'll comp it. They'll review your purchase agreement. They're going to hold your hand. They'll JV with you. You'll probably give up 50% of your income, right? You give 50% up for them to rock and roll with you to make sure that you get it done. But then that frees you up to just hunt. That frees you up to just go out there and find great opportunities. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Squatting on then you could focus the 15 hours on lead generation. But what happens is we go, oh, I need to learn more. I need to be confident in everything before I go out there and take the action. No, you don't. No, you don't. Not if you're desperate enough. Not if you're resilient enough. Not if you're so desperate to be successful that you're so desperate to not be average, so that you're so desperate that you don't fall into the 99% of the human population, but even just living here of America. Well, let me give you this stat. 80%. No, it's less than that. I think it's 65%. 65% of the United States goes from January to October paying nothing but taxes and interest on payments. Taxes. Remember, you got a business partner in this whole thing. Your business partner is the IRS. Your business partner is your state taxes and your IRS. That's an absolute fact. All right. And then going out, getting into consumer debt, whether it be student loans, whether it be credit cards, whether it be car payments, whatever it is. I mean, that's you go from January to October. Do it just that way. It means you got November and December. If that doesn't make you desperate, oh man, I don't know what will. You know what I mean? And I think about this a lot. I think about this a lot because you think about leveling up for your children, leveling up for, if you really want to get deep about it, your genetics, your DNA, like think about all the bloodline to get to where you're at now, right? The 400 trillion to 1 chance that you're even alive, right? And you know you have potential, you wouldn't be on here. You know that you can do amazing things and you can provide an incredible amount of value, which means you get rewarded with an incredible amount of income and earnings. And you think about, well, I'm just tired today. Oh, it's cloudy out today. I don't want to call back that lead. They're probably not ready for me to call them back. I don't want to pick up the phone and make any calls myself. I just don't like it. I don't want to do it. I'll hire somebody that lives a bazillion miles away that's more desperate than I am for a $4 an hour job, which they probably get $2 an hour after the company makes half of it to run my business. I'm not going to go out there and be super proactive because, you know, what happens if I don't succeed? Leave that to the 80%, the 90% that fail in this business. Let's be the 10%. Let's be the 10%. Let's make a deal, you and I. Let's make a deal that over the next 90 days, you're going to go absolutely ham on this. You're going to go absolutely bananas with your efforts. You're going to follow this plan right here, and you're going to add in the notes section. And by the way, we should have a link to this, right, Matt? We could put a link in the show notes to this so people can download it. We'll be able to do that for you. And in the notes, make sure that you put that you're going to post every single day. I buy houses. You don't have to be me. You don't have to go on. You have to have a production and do all this stuff and be bombastic. Just be you. Don't be fake. Just be excited about being a real estate entrepreneur. And Dean says he's ready. Hold on. Click the link in your email, bro. Dean Rogers coming up, guys. Incredible investor out of Central Valley, California. Central Valley, California. He's going to be joining us here. He's got an incredible event in Fresno that I fly out tomorrow to speak at. And he's going to be talking about some of the important things to do in your first 90 days. But right here, here's the plan. Talk to 10 people a day. Just talk to 10 people a day. That's it. You want to make $250,000 this year? And this is the very oldest video on this channel right here. Go to 25. If you talk to 25 new people every single day, 125 people a week, you're going to get to 250,000. You're going to get to 250,000. I'm telling you, it's the older. I mean, I think I put that video out like 6 years ago. But think about how desperate you should that entrepreneurs are to level up everybody that's around them. Level up what's going on with your family. Level up what's going on with your group. Level up with the people that you love the most, right? Be in that example. The legacy we leave our children is not the money. I'll tell you that. It's seeing you do amazing, hard things. It's seeing you going out and having the freedom of a schedule, even though you're balling out, even though you've achieved everything, even though you might I don't know if you guys feel this way, but I feel this way. Like, I don't like rules. I also don't like being in trouble, right? It's like this weird dichotomy, right? I just don't like rules. And we have rules with the government. We have rules when we drive. We have rules and licenses and all these things. We have rules in our purchase agreements and in the law and all these things. I don't want somebody else giving me other rules. I work for somebody else. I don't want the rules. I want to make my own. And if you feel that way, follow this plan. And we're bringing on Dean Rogers, live and in charge in his car. Come on, Dean.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
How are you, brother?
Dude, I'm fired up, man. I can't be more excited to see you in just a couple days.
That's right. That's right. Let me ask you that before we get to your event, Dean. How's your team doing this year?
Our team?
Yeah. How's your company doing this year?
Okay. Company's doing great. We're on fire. March, we had our biggest month ever. We had 22 deals under contract.
Awesome. What'd you make in March?
March, the revenue that we are going to generate from the activities of March is going to be around $500,000. I'm in front of a property over here and I have my deal analyzer. We're going to make just under $200,000 on this one house. One deal? One deal.
Oh my gosh. Show us the house.
It's a condo actually, which is even more funny.
Oh my gosh.
It's just right.
Okay, it's over there.
Right there. We bought it for $94,000.
Oh my gosh.
My acquisition manager was right in front of me as we broke for lunch from some intense sales training that I was taking them through, because I said, we have got to do better. I'm listening to our calls. We've got to do better. We went through the sales training and just literally couldn't make it up. We get a call in during lunch. He follows the script just like I was training, and we get this crazy deal for $94,000. We're going to sell it for $350 maybe even a little bit more after 40,000 or less worth of work. I mean, it's just insane.
You're going to flip it. Are you going to flip it?
What's that?
You're going to flip this one? You're not wholesaling it?
Yeah, this one we're doing a quick flip on.
I love it. So how'd you find that deal?
Came right from our website, man. The seller called us up. My acquisition manager said, "How did you hear about us?" She said, "Man, I was looking around online and I just saw the incredible reviews that people were leaving you guys. And I knew you guys were credible. So I called you first."
What, and you think it was pay-per-click?
It was not pay-per-click. We do PPC,
Okay.
but this one was just straight direct organic through our website.
Awesome. So they typed in "sell my house fast" type of thing, and you popped up just because you guys have awesome Google reviews.
We have incredible Google reviews. We have 100 reviews exactly that just happened this week. And so that really shows that we know what we're doing, and helped us out in this case for sure.
I love it. And so how do you get reviews after the transaction?
So we make this as part of our sales process. So every time we get a deal that closes, our acquisition manager will reach out as soon as it closes and escrow records. We reach out, we congratulate them, and ask them what their experience was like. So they're in this high, they're excited, they're feeling good, they're getting their money, right? They're getting some closure. We ask them what their experience was. Most of the time, naturally, it's a positive experience, and they're feeling great about it. Well, hey, if you had a great experience, we would love it if you would leave us a review. It goes a long way to help us, because other people like you want to know what it's like to work with us. So if you would leave us a review, we would really appreciate that. Now, if they give a positive response to that, we'll even follow up and follow through with that to say, "Hey, by the way, when you do leave us a 5-star review, we'll give you a $50 gift card as well." And believe it or not, that additional incentive, even though they might have just cleared $100,000 from selling this house, that $50 gift card gives them that extra incentive to say, "You know what, I will go ahead and follow through and leave that review."
Absolutely incredible. And why did she sell it for $94,000? She must have looked at Zillow. She must have looked at Redfin. She must have looked at, what some of these other things sold for. Why 94,000? Why is she giving you 200,000, Dean?
Yep. 94,000. The reason being is because the grandma just went into a memory care facility, and that's pretty expensive. And she has this property here that was also costing additional money, and being able to pay for two just wasn't stacking up. It didn't seem like, something that was feasible. She said that she owed about $68,000 on the property, and she just wanted a little bit of money above that. Okay.
Yep.
At that time, I waved down my acquisition manager and I said, "Ask her, what is a little bit of money?" Okay.
Yep.
And when he asked that question, she said, "Well, I'd like to pay off that. And if I could get anywhere from $21,000 to $30,000 on top of that, I'd be happy. And I know it needs work. So if that doesn't work, I understand too."
Yep.
And so my acquisition manager went through and followed the end of the conversation and said, "Okay, well, I'm going to see if I can get that approved. Let me go to the team. I'll jump back right on. Are you available in about 5 minutes? I'm going to call you right back." "Yes, I'm on my lunch break. You can call me right back." "Okay, great." He gets off. He tells me everything that's happening. And I say, "We'll get the contract ready." Okay. And we're going to get back on the phone and tell her that we got $25,000 approved, and we're going to go ahead and open escrow today. And sure enough, went back onto our second step of our closing process, which is our offer call. Took her through that. And at the very end of saying that, she said, "Great." He said, "Okay, well, go ahead and check your email. There's an agreement in there right now. Pull it up. I'm going to walk you through it." And sure enough, she clicked a couple buttons and signed it. We opened escrow and got it started. So it was just by simply asking, what is a little bit of money after we pay off your mortgage? And because of that, she was very happy, very ecstatic and thrilled that we were able to make that happen.
Congratulations, brother. Absolutely incredible. What is your best lead generation source for 2024?
Right now, direct mail is crushing.
Awesome.
Tried and true, been doing it since I started this business 10 years ago.
Yep.
And, you know, we continue to iterate, pivot, and adjust with what's working. And it's really working well right now. So the leads are coming through. The deals are coming through.
Who do you like using for direct mail?
I like to use Yellow Letter HQ with Todd Swaggerty.
Okay. Do you have a code or something with that? Anything that the audience can take advantage of there, or discounts or anything?
I don't believe I do. I think if you just go to them and tell them you signed up with Dean, I think they help get you the best pricing there.
I love it. I love it. So tell me about your event.
The event, man, Deal Champs Summit. Gosh, it's going to be just an incredible 2 days, jam-packed with the nation's top real estate investors. So people that you're seeing out there crushing it, you're seeing them on social media regularly, just like my boy Brent Daniels.
That's right.
It's going to be the nation's top investors right here at Deal Champs. So that's in Fresno, California. Okay, April 19th and 20th, and we've got stacked full of great, incredible speakers. So if you go to dealchamps.com/summit, you can see everybody that's on there. Day one, we have all of our speakers, and then we have a great mixer that we're going to have at the end of day one, where everyone's going to get this opportunity to network and really connect with people, because that's where the magic happens, is once you get all this great information and connect. And then day two, we have another great lineup of incredible speakers, and we end that day with a VIP party. So our VIP ticket holders and special guests and students all get to go to this VIP party. We've got a DJ, chef. We've got just an incredible time that we're going to have at this party. And then day three, for the VIP ticket buyers, we're actually going to do golf with those people. Awesome. And have a good time. So just jam-packed weekend, and it's going to be super fun, man.
Awesome. Dean, you're the best. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for jumping on here, man. Brother.
Thanks for having me. See you soon.
All right. See you, bud. Awesome, guys. Check that out. If you're in the Fresno area, that is a must go to. Or if you're, within a few hours of driving or a quick little flight like Phoenix, get over there. Come meet me. Love to shake your hand, give you a hug, see how your business is doing. But I'm telling you, one thing that he mentioned here, guys, I'm telling you, having a really good website and really good Google reviews, eventually, not in this first, if this is your first 90 days and you're doing this plan and you're getting going, absolutely fantastic. Do your thing, right? Just stay focused and don't worry about websites and all this other stuff. But after you're established, you want to make sure that you have a unbelievable website. And then if you really want to take it to the next level, I'm telling you, the number one source for us is internet leads. It is our pay-per-click. We are now opening it up. This is a major announcement. Now opening it up around the country. We've had a waiting list, and we've been working with some people to do their pay-per-click, to run their pay-per-click the way that we run it. We've got it all in house. I've stole a top guy from Google Ads, and Jesse, who some of you have seen. He's absolutely the best of the best. We're the best in the world at pay-per-click. And if you're interested in that, check out talktopeople.com. But I will preface, not even preface, I will post. I don't know. Anyway, what I will say is, if you don't have like a budget of, $500 to $7,500 a month, you're not ready yet. You're not ready for it yet. It's too little of a budget to make any impact. But if you do, and you're looking to get the hottest incoming leads coming in, I'm telling you, pay-per-click is the way to go. We'll build the website, make sure that you have great Google reviews, make sure that you have a great Google Your Business, all the stuff. It's absolutely fantastic. Talktopeople.com. If you're serious about getting those inbound leads, you've got a team that can take care of them right away, or you can take care of them right away. Definitely check that out. We're the best of the best. It's not even close. It's absolutely incredible. Now, I'm excited. Okay. This is the first time we've ever done this. Switch the mic over, Matt. I am going to be doing a giveaway. All right. Here we go. All right. We're going to have a little bit of fun here. Where are we at, Matt? Am I standing here? Where am I standing? Right. Can I be over here? All right. I'm going to be over here, guys. All right. So the first row of balloons, I'm going to throw these darts at these balloons. Okay. The blue ones are a hat. Now, if you are a subscriber, we're going to be giving this out to 3 different subscribers. The second one is the purple. We're going to give the classic TTP gear so you can walk around and people will go, hey, wait a second. TTP, I got that. That's awesome. And then the third is the hoodie. I know we're getting out of hoodie season, but it's still dope and very comfortable and great for planes and the fall and winter. That'll be the red balloons. We're just having fun here. We're just having fun for our subscribers that have subscribed. We were going to pick 3 subscribers that are watching this and make sure that we get your information and send you one of these things. So I'm going to throw a dart. We're going to see what we get, and then we're going to pick somebody that it goes to. It's going to be absolutely bananas. All right, let's see how we do this. Oh, these are new darts. It's got the plastic on it and everything. That's crazy. I can't even get this thing off. Oh, there we go. All right. What should we go for, guys? The light blue, the blue, the purple, or the red? The blue, the purple, or the red? Put it in the chat. Let me know. Should we go for the hat first, the shirt first, or the hoodie first? This is just some fun to give some cool stuff away to the subscribers. I'm going to try to go purple first. I'm feeling middle. What do we got? Red? Red. All right, we're going to try to go red. I am a dart master, Matt. I told you it would be first time. There we go. We're going to pick out somebody from the audience and give this to you guys. Make sure that you are subscribed. Thank you for participating in this. And thank you. And do me a favor. This is all great and it's fun. And I'm going to give you the instruction, but take the action. All right. Take the action. Make sure that you're going out there doing incredible things and going out and talking to people. That's what it's all about. Talking to people. Boom. We've got 2 more rounds of this. So stay tuned. We're going to be doing this at the top of every hour, and we're going to be giving it away. Also, guys, if you have got a deal under contract, sold a deal, talk to your first person, whatever it is, big wins, small wins, doesn't matter. Put it in the chat. I want to ring this victory bell. We want to celebrate you. We want to recognize you because recognition is so powerful. And we want to do it here during this show. We're going to be doing this show as on every Wednesday that we can, every Wednesday that we're in town for 3 hours. And I'm going to bring on the absolute best of the best to give us instruction. I thought that what Dean was saying about getting Google reviews, that's a sneaky tip there. Not like sneaky in a way that like that, but it's like you don't really think about it that much. And then you're like, oh, wow, this dude just is going to make $200,000 because he gets Google reviews. Awesome. All right, man, I'm going back here. I'm going to do some questions now. So there we go. We got the red balloon popped. Absolutely. We got to turn this camera around. Sorry, guys, we're short staffed today. It's just Matt and I. So if you could give some love to Matt in the comments section. He's doing everything today. He's moving around. And I'm like, I want to be moving around. I want to have a whiteboard. I'm going to weigh myself in on the scale here later. We're going to be talking about some exercise stuff. We're going to be talking about diet. We're going to be talking, not crazy. We're not getting too crazy. This is still a real estate show, but we're going to be having a lot of fun. There you go. Awesome, guys. Awesome. So next, tools and tech. Come on in. Raphael's here to add more complexity to Matt's life. Here we go. Matt's running around. Welcome, brother.
Bring it in.
Yeah. I just did the balloon throw. Maybe Raphael. Guys, let me know if you want Raphael to throw the next dart. Guys, it is Raphael Cortez. Absolutely incredible. The CEO of Wholesaler. You're right there, bro. You're right there. And we're talking about the first 90 days. We're talking about taking massive and perfect action. We're talking about building up your list of distressed properties and talking to at least 10 people every single day. We're talking about going into Facebook, posting every single day to Facebook. I buy houses in your stories to start building up your referrals and friend requesting everybody that's in the real estate investing groups in Facebook. We're doing all of those things. Anything to add? Anything that you like? That hold on. Matt's got to switch over the cameras, so we're doing this thing, and then we'll be able to see it. But we're going to answer some questions as well. All right, go ahead, Raph.
Perfect. Yeah, absolutely. Don't sleep on your current and existing wholesalers. The people that are doing business in your area. Sign up to every single list out there, right? If you're getting started,
what do you mean sign up to every list?
Well, sign up to the email lists that they, where they send out the properties through. So find out who those people are. They're already doing business. They need buyers. When we're getting started, the tenacity is there, the hunger is there. So we're out there, we're mingling, we're networking, we're tapping people's shoulders, face to face and building relationships.
Yep.
Seasoned investors tend to pull that away as time goes by. So capitalize on that, right? Like be the value and sign up to those lists. If you see a property that you may have a buyer for, call them up and then JV, joint venture partner with those people. See if you can bring them a buyer and then get cut into the the profits of the assignment. So it's one of the fastest ways to actually get deals.
I love it.
Getting into it. So
yeah, absolutely. Ralph, look at Ralph. Deal just wired and funded. $6,000 assignment, split 3 ways, ready to squat up in Philly. TTP, baby. That's right. Come on. By the way, man, next week we need to, one, probably mic you up. Second, we need to, I think we need to have the bell drop down. You know what I mean? We need to have the bell drop down again. Oh, yeah. I like that. I think it's going to be really, really, really cool. Congratulations, Ralph. Absolutely incredible. Thank you for sharing. Keep it going. $6,000 split 3 ways is fine. I want more. I want bigger deals, right? It's really interesting. It's really interesting that, we're both on. You can't see the screen, but I can. We'll get this dialed in.
That's enough for me.
We'll get this dialed in. But this is interesting. Let me tell you this, Raph. I pulled out notes. I have a note like this, like these note cards or these folders, and it said Tom Kroll, right? And it was when I joined Wholesaling Inc. in 2016. And I had taken my notes and I had saved it. And he did 3 steps. Listen to this. Stage number 1, or 3 stages. Stage number 1, get consistent deals. Stage number 2, raise your earnings per deal, right? And stage number 3, build and implement systems. Yeah. Simple, beautiful. How would you go about getting bigger deals? Ralph here's got one. He got $6,000. It's good. He's splitting it. How would you get bigger deals?
Well, I mean, first off, like the basics and the essential stuff never changes, right? Those are true still to do today, consistency and all. Getting into it, I mean, I feel like one of the things that happens, and not that I want to get too technical here, but a lot of times we go for the gut, right? Like right out of the gate, when it comes to dropping, trying to get a spread in or a profit into a single deal. But when you're really caught in the conversation with the seller and you're truly you're there with a value add and problem solving mentality, you start to read between the lines, and you can phase out the stages on how you build profits into that deal, right? So it's you can build bigger spreads. And I know your team does it on a regular basis in different, stages of that conversation. So at the beginning, for example, we do have, right, we go off of comps and then we go off of the basic numbers. But then, depending on how big the pain is, probate deals for us tend to be some of the most profitable deals because people don't know how to go about probate situations. Sure. So adding layers onto like the value that we're providing as wholesalers, I mean, I think really that's what it comes down to, right? Yep. So
well, I love it. I think that you're 100% right. What lists are you going after?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're going to see, and we look at it all, right, Raph? We're looking at, okay, we know that if we go after probates inherited, we've made this much. If we go after tired landlords, we have made this much. We break it down like specifically to what did we make from each type of seller? Because if you really, and I don't care what marketing it comes from. I don't care if it's direct mail or pay-per-click or referral, or it's a cold call, or if it's a text message or whatever it is. We still look at what is the avatar of that seller. What was their motivation? And we put the motivation into buckets, and then you can really start laser focusing your attention and efforts on it. And usually it starts out with driving for dollars, just because the properties need so much work.
Yeah.
Right. But you're doing something interesting.
Yeah.
You're doing something real interesting. I don't even know if you want to talk about it. It's so secretive, guys. He's so he won't even talk to me about it. He's like, yeah. I'll give you the
maybe tomorrow,
I'll give you the broad stroke.
Maybe
but
tomorrow.
you're making huge. I mean, you're doing a large amount of volume in deals from door knocking.
Yeah.
Which nobody's doing.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, man. Like I said earlier, right? Like the essentials, the principles, the basics of the business. I mean, they stand true, even though even though things are changing on a regular basis, like in the marketing space, right? Like, okay, now today SMS is working, tomorrow it's got to be something else. But there's still some real tried and tested strategies out there. I would not have thought about doing the amount of stuff that we're doing now through door knocking. If you talked to me like 2 years ago, it's like, no, but then we tapped into it, and it's a really, really good a deal source for us. On how we go about it, it's that's a tricky part, right? So
see what he's doing, guys.
Yeah,
see how he's being secretive.
I can elaborate if you want. But yeah, no. So for example, we're hitting pre-foreclosures, right? With door knocking pre-foreclosures. And we talked about the speed, speed to lead, being one of the most important factors. But here, I mean, it truly is a key element. The faster that you get to that, to that conversation with that seller, the faster you start edifying yourself as a somebody who knows what they're doing. Yep. Right. So if you work on your craft on that space, and then you're able to elaborate and then come in, bring different solutions. For example, the probate deals I think we have about 6 probate deals going on in Florida right now. Yeah. Right. People just have no idea. They had a pre-foreclosure pain, right? That was the avatar. And then we found additional pains and, layers of pain in there. It's like, okay, we can help you with that too. We can help you with that too. And you start layering those. And I mean, you just, the profits, tend to get bigger.
So do you door knock these people as soon as the pre-foreclosure notice comes out?
It's almost live. Yeah. So literally the way that we're running the operation is we have people out there. Right now they're out there door knocking, right? So
How do you even find people that'll door knock for you?
Word of mouth, man. People want to get into the space. I mean, kind of learn and earn. I mean,
yeah,
it's one of those things. So word of mouth, referrals. Social media goes a long way. When people see that you're doing deals, they want to tag along and then do deals with you.
Mm-hmm. You mean you post that you are an actual investor and doing deals?
Yeah.
It's incredible what happens when you do that.
Exactly.
I'm looking at you guys. Yeah. I'm looking at you guys. Be brave. Post every single day. I buy houses. Watch what happens.
Don't be shy.
Right?
You tell people what you're doing. Otherwise, you're stealing from an opportunity that somebody else can tap into. I mean, that's how I see it.
I love
you told me that a long time ago.
Yep.
But yeah, we're doing that anyways. Like, we're getting really, really quick to the door. And sometimes, I mean, we're there before they even get served, right? And we have copies of the documents that are being, published and all that stuff, because of the system and the process that we have in place. And at that point, you become this, this leg of information for them. So now when they have questions, they reach back out and whatnot. So that's where a lot of stuff is coming from.
Do you just go to the property day one and that's it? If you hit them and see them, it's good, or do you keep going back?
See what he's doing, guys. He's really good at extracting information, even from the most secretive people out there.
see what he's trying to do, guys.
So
he's trying to give us broad strokes.
I see you seeing me, seeing you.
Yeah, I see
seeing me. But yeah, no. So follow up, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, follow up is king. Yeah. It's again, it's an old principle, but it truly is. People get basically just a hammer on their head when we hit the door, like, oh, this is real. I knew I was behind, but now it's real.
Awesome.
And then they have to sit with that, and then it takes a minute to sink in, depending on the conversation, and then the strategy that you have behind that whole closing. The closing process is a little different.
Yep.
And and yeah, I mean, it's the follow up, going back to them, and then just kind of catering through the entire process as we go. I mean, that's key, because a lot of people are going to start hitting them in in the next 2 weeks.
So you don't have a huge marketing budget. You're just probably given some sort of commissions.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, we have a flat base for, or not base, I'm sorry, commission for the drivers,
the
setters. And yeah, we go off of that. When it closes, they get paid. And
awesome.
And,
are they typically like working full-time jobs and just doing this in the kind of off times, the nook and crannies of their schedule?
Some guys are the most successful guys are they're full-time. So they're going at it. They're hitting a minimum of 15 doors on a daily basis.
Yep.
And then follow-ups, the whole, cadence.
Awesome.
So they have this very structured, committed, type of schedule that they go off of. Yeah. Awesome. So, and that, for example, becomes one campaign, right? One leg of your marketing campaigns. And then, you add PPC, you add cold calling, you add different legs to the marketing portion.
Love it.
Yeah.
I asked at the beginning of the show, what is your earning potential? Right? Your lifetime earning potential. I want you to think about it, Raph. Whether, obviously in the millions, you've already done that, but, I'd be interested to know what, like in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, if I can earn 40 million bucks, right? 20, let's say double that, because half of it's going to go to the government. Right. I mean, that's my business partner. That's your business partner. That's everybody watching's business partner. That's the rent that we pay to live in this country. Right. I think 80 million is a nice number. You know what I mean? And it's a real stretch. It's real. That's a lot. I mean, that's significant years in the prime time. Beautiful thing about it is, I've got two businesses, right? Yeah. I've got the business, the wholesaling business, and then I've got Wholesaling Inc. And so I just think that there's so much value that we could provide in both of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so think about that. I'm going to go real quick into tools and top tools here, guys, that you guys should be working with. Here is number one, boom, flipfinder.ai. Guys, I love this tool. Flipfinder.ai. This is my tool. I designed it. This is built on a platform called RealFlow. A lot of other people have built their own versions of this. They make it seem like it's, that they built it. I didn't. I'll never admit to that. But if you look at flipfinder.ai, here's the power of it. Listen, it's the same data. Okay. It's the same data. Are you going to pull it up on the computer, Matt? Yes, please. It's the same. So most the batches, the prop streams, the real flows, some other ones, Jerry will talk about his. Typically they come from the same data source, right? The source is pretty much the same. The differences are how often do they update and how do they get filtered. Now, I love this because there's so many different lead types. You got absentee owners, cash buyers, delinquent taxes, free and clear properties, high equity, low equity, upside down, active investor owned, board investors, flips, foreclosures, long-term, potentially inherited, pre-foreclosures, vacancy, and zombie properties here. But the key, this is pretty standard with all of them, right? The reason I like Flip Finder is this right here, the AI scores. So what they do here is RealFlow takes all of the data over the last 40 years and they match up the cash purchases of one of the buyers that purchased those properties, but two, the sellers. And now they're looking at, okay, what's the characteristic of this seller? What's the avatar of this seller? What's the demographics of this seller? And they take the properties and the demographics, they put it all into the machine, and the machine learning goes, these are the most likely people to sell in the next 90 days, right? And it's just the higher the AI score here, for wholesale. So I put it in a wholesale score of 700 just here in Phoenix, just to give you guys an example. And it's got 1,238 properties. This is who we mail to. This is who we filter out and we call them. We remove the DNCs. We remove the litigators. We call them. We text them, and if they're on the DNC, then we mail them. Boom. Easy peasy. It's not huge. It's not overwhelming. It's not budget breaking. I want to be quality over quantity,
Right.
for sure. Right.
The interesting thing with that particular protocol, I think they have close to like 700,000 points of reference.
Yeah.
Like combination.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's insane. Like the amount of stuff that they're looking at and looking through it to give you that specific
billions
score.
and billions and billions of data points, and all connected. So that's why you like this tool. It also has, you can direct mail straight from it. It's got a CRM. You've got some courses here that we've put in there, which is really cool, on how to go and find all those and how to pull them so that you don't have to like figure it out yourself. It's got a repair estimator. It's got the CRM. It's got access to private money lenders right in here. Absolutely. Alpha funding there for your loans. You get to save it all, send it all. It's just awesome. And it's $97. So absolutely incredible. And you get all the courses in there. The next one I like is iSpeed to Lead. iSpeed to Lead. Have you messed around with them at all?
No, not that one.
iSpeed to Lead is pay per lead. Yeah. Okay. I just talked to Gene, just had him on the Wholesaling Inc. podcast yesterday. Hasn't dropped yet. It'll drop in a couple weeks, but really interesting. Really interesting. They put out about 200 new leads every single day, right? And throughout the country. And there's a marketplace for them. You can see the information. You can buy into certain areas. When it hits a certain criteria, it goes directly to you.
Yeah.
It's anywhere from like $60 to probably $300 on the high end pay per lead. And they're seeing, around a 10% close ratio on that.
Oh, wow.
So 1 out of 10, which is absolutely bananas.
Yeah.
Obviously that depends on your skills, and he will literally give a discount, Raph, if you're in a coaching program. If you've had coaching, that's how big of an impact that he's seen over the last 3 years of doing it, is the amount of, because the more you close, the more you're going to spend money with them.
Right. The higher the quality of the leads.
And so he's willing to give a discount. And if you guys go in here, there is, if you use TTP when you check out, he'll give you $50, give you $50 towards leads. So I think it's a great way to start getting some people that want to sell their property. You're calling them up. You're having a good conversation. You're opening it up. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's just building up your experience level.
Yeah, it's and now it's really it's critical, I think, to start looking at bolt-on strategies.
Yep.
For lead generation.
Yep.
Right. I mean, we're gonna have the core strategies that are gonna be there, forever, I think, but you have to look at, okay, what else is working. I mean, you broke into PPC, the PPC space last year.
Yep.
And I mean, it's been crazy.
It's been bananas.
So, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. We changed talk to people.
Yeah.
To help people do their pay-per-click. Yeah. The people that are ready to spend, minimum 5, more likely 10,000 a month, ready to go. They've got all the systems in place. They want the inbound leads. But our return is 1 to 6 right now.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
Yeah.
The other one I like here, guys, is Buyer Sonar by Audantic. This one has made us so much money. Oh my gosh, this has made us so much. Audantic is fantastic. I don't know what they charge for Buyer Sonar. They're really expensive for their lists, for their motivated sellers. But this shows you everybody, Raph. Everybody that is buying in in Maricopa County, what percentage they're buying at right here, how many properties they've bought, what is the most recent purchases. I could filter it out, but it's just showing you the real people. And then I take their information, I put it into Open Corporates, reverse engineer it, and you can always find the phone number of the managing member.
Yeah.
Well, you could usually find it on LinkedIn or send a LinkedIn message to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Most of these guys that are doing high volume, that are working for some of these hedge funds or working for some of these bigger flipping companies, one, they're usually agents, so it pulls up as like a realtor number that you can call. But two, they're on LinkedIn. You DM them on LinkedIn or Facebook, and boom, you're making contact and building relationships with the real buyers.
Isn't it interesting, man, how once we're in it, how not complicated the business is?
Right.
Like it truly is about, picking up the phone and looking, for ways to just have another conversation, have another talk with somebody who might be, the person. If not, they might be able to refer to somebody else. But once you get into it, I think that's what we see, like from the student standpoint. A lot of times is there's so much info out there. It gets cloudy, it gets confusing. But when you're in it, it's like, man, there's a certain, amount of things that if you do consistently, you're going to be moving the needle forward every single day.
That's what we're saying. You can't live in potential. You have to go take action at some point. Guys, we're 1 minute away from Jerry Norton.
Ooh,
come on. The flipping genius himself. He's going to be on here, and he's going to be talking about a tool that he is giving out to the real estate world that's just changing everything up. So I'm excited to talk about that. Last one I'll tell you is Deal Machine, guys. Deal Machine is an app you have to have. I mean, you just absolutely have to have the app for your Driving for Dollars. It does all the work for you. You don't have to go out Driving for Dollars writing on a yellow pad like I used to do. You can literally click a button, add it to the add the address to your database and be able to reach out. All right.
That, and then start direct mail campaigns and follow-ups and
all
stuff
of it.
like
They've
that.
got a ton of different distressed property lists. It's bananas. Make sure, again, you use the coupon code TTP and they hook you up. All right, guys, it is time to bring on your friend, my friend, the industry's friend. He's trying to give us all the resources that we could possibly need to be able to win our real estate journey. It is Jerry Norton. Jerry, what's up?
How's it going?
Listen, we're on fire, bro. We're an hour 15 into a 3-hour show, and excited to have you on here talking about PropWire.
Yeah, let's go.
So let me do this, Matt. Go ahead and talk about it. I'm going to pull it up, Jerry, and we're gonna talk about this thing. What is PropWire, and what are you doing? You're doing some exciting stuff with it.
Yeah, so PropWire is seller data for free. So unlike a lot of other data providers where you pay a subscription, you get a certain amount of data that you can download, and then you have to pay for more data. You can do it unlimited searches, unlimited downloads for free. So really, really cool.
Why are you doing this, Jerry? Why are you making all the other companies go out of business?
Well, the idea here is that we built this platform. We've invested in a really amazing UI. It's a great experience. If you go on there, it's really easy to use. It's easy to navigate. I wanted it to be something that didn't need a tutorial to really figure out how to use.
Yep.
Not very many clicks to get to the information you want to see. So great experience on the software, really good data. So we've invested millions in getting seller data, and absolutely free. And the idea behind it is we just want to build a massive user base of people using the system. And over time, we'll offer other things like funding, and we do skip tracing now. And so it's been a huge investment that doesn't make any money, but in time, I think it'll be just a tool that everybody has to have. And why would you not? Even if you keep your paid subscription with whatever other service you're using, this is free. So why would you not have it as well?
Well, listen, 200,000 people can't be wrong.
That's right.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's and if you could just, I think it's going to be tough pulling up the computer and us and all this. But if you can, Matt, just put in propwire.com into the little runner there so that everybody knows. And then, Jerry, what are people using this for? Like, what are you seeing with the user base? How are they finding deals with this?
Well, there's a lot of, hey, bud. Say hi to everybody.
Hey,
you're live in front of.
Oh, there we go. There's PropWire.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, so it's meant for anybody in real estate, obviously. So anybody that's in a home services could benefit from this. I mean, ideally for your audience and my audience, it's mostly for seller data. So we have a lot of distressed seller data that you can access. It's really simple. You choose your market up there in that corner right there on the far left. You choose a market, and then when you put in the seller leads. Yeah. So if you, so you're on the landing page there. So right there in the middle box there, you choose your market.
Yep.
And you can pick any market right now, Brent, if you want. And then on the next box over, you can pick your lead type, and you'll see a drop-down menu with all kinds of different leads. If you go down to the very bottom, there's a match checkbox. So go click on that again. No, back on that box right there, the lead type box.
Yep.
Go scroll down on the little slider. Yeah, go keep going, keep going.
I'm down there.
Okay, it's kind of showing up a little blurry on mine. You might have to just go ahead and pick one right now. Just absentee owner, whatever you want to pick.
Yep.
Then hit search.
Can I do all of Arizona, or do I have to do a city?
You're going to get a lot of data. I would pick maybe something a little smaller, but you could pick Phoenix or whatever. Yeah, you could pick a zip code.
I don't know why it's not clicking. Search,
Yeah.
search. I don't know. Anyway, keep talking.
Yeah. So
I think it's on my end.
Yeah, it must be. I don't know what it's doing.
Let me reset it. Go ahead.
Yeah. So then what you'll do is you'll pick your market, you'll pick your lead type, and you can stack leads, which is a really cool feature. You'll just check that match lead box, and then you can pick 2 or more lead types, and then it will give you all of the leads that fit those matched leads, right? So we call that list stacking in the business. What's nice about that is if, let's say you're in the beginning phases and maybe you're doing your own cold calling, or maybe you don't have a big budget for skip tracing or even doing the calls, and you want a list of, let's say, 1,000. Well, instead of randomly selecting 1,000 pre-foreclosures, you could start to stack that list, add more motivation to the list, and get a smaller list, but it's also a higher intent list. And then that's going to be.
I got it on now, Matt. There you go. Okay.
There you go. Yeah. So click on the lead type up there. So let's see if it's working now.
Yep.
Yep. Now go down to that match selected. See that box right there?
Yep.
And then you could pick absentee owners and then pick maybe like high equity.
High equity.
Yeah, that's a very common list, right? So There you go. Now you brought it down to 737 in that specific zip code. Now notice you see the map on the left, and you can change that too because you're looking at the street grid or whatever.
Yep.
But yeah, you got more filters in there if you want to get a little more specific. But click out of that right now for a second.
Okay.
Go and play around. And then you'll see you got the map on the left, and then you got your records on the right. And notice on the records there, it gives you a lot of information. It says off-market, absentee owner, free and clear on that first one. Now go ahead and click on one of them, any one of them. It's going to pull that up now. It's going to give you property information, so you can scroll down and look at that. What I typically do is I go to the owner tab. That's that next one right there, up at the top.
Oh, got it. Yep. Owner over here. Yep.
Click on the owner tab. Oh, it's going to make you log in. Once you set up your free account, it'll like, I guess it doesn't show you everything unless you're logged in. But once you're yeah, you'll want to log in. Once you're logged in, though, one of the cool features under the owner tab is we show you how many properties that owner owns. And I love that field because it lets me know, okay, who am I dealing with here? If they own 47 properties, that gives me a lot of data about that person I might be calling. Do they own the property in an LLC, or is it a mom and pop landlord, or is it just a private seller? What's going on here? And I love that. That's how we find a lot of hedge funds sometimes and other types of investors. And so then go back to that. It's probably going to make you log into comp as well. But there's a really cool comp feature too. I love our feature. What the comp feature does is it'll give you a map and you can select some filters. And then what we do is you select the comps that you find are relevant, and it will readjust your value based on the comps that you select. And what it's doing is it's taking those comps, it's taking the price per square foot and multiplying it by the subject property square footage, and it's reevaluating real time. Like as you do it, it's telling you, what the value is of that property. So It lets me comp in like 30 seconds because I just click the highest sold comps in that area, and boom, I got my number. So that's a cool feature.
This is free.
Totally free. And if you want to skip trace, you can just create your list. You can skip trace. It's 10 cents a skip trace, but Brent, we've got a really cool thing right now. I hope you've got your account set up, but you can get 2,500 skip traces for $97. Really awesome. Like we lose money doing it, but we want more users on the system. So think about that, guys. It's a monthly subscription for $97, but you get 2,500 skip traces for that $97.
Awesome.
That's literally like, a $300 value for $97. So if you're skip tracing, you're spending at 12 cents a record, which is the going rate, you're spending $300 to get 2,500 skip traces. Now you can do it for $97. It's like a no-brainer.
Awesome.
That is a no-brainer.
That is there like a section? Will that just start popping up at people when they're in there?
Well, we call that gold. It's a gold. We call it PropWire Gold. It's a gold feature. And
is it like 97 a month? And then, but you do 2,500 each month?
Each month. Correct.
What if you want to do more? What if you want to do 5,000 a month?
We have a 5,000 package and a 10,000 package as well.
Look at this.
Yeah. That are like way discounted. So it's literally saving you hundreds of dollars. And the reason for that is we want to get the active users as well. So people that are already spending money on skip tracing, they're doing calls, they're doing all the things. Why would you not do that? Because it's huge discount.
What if you don't mind me asking, what's the price point for the 5,000 and the 10,000 skips?
Oh, good question. But it's a huge discount. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's $197 a month or something like that, and you get 5,000, right? Yeah. So it's a huge, and we even do a thing where if you want to buy an entire year, you get an even bigger discount. So we've got some cool things there for people that are really serious about doing this.
Dude, I love it. Jerry, talk to me about how many years did you grind? Like you going on appointments, you doing lead generation, you comping the properties, you swinging a hammer, you doing all those things. How, like, what was it? Year 1 to 2? Was it year 1 to 5? Was it? Did you never do it and you just hired VAs first? Tell what did you do your first?
Well,
in the beginning?
So I started 20 years ago, and 20 years ago you had two strategies: the MLS and driving for dollars. Like that was it.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe direct mail, but there wasn't a whole lot in way of data at all back then. And it was very manual. It was sort of an obscure strategy. So I did a lot of manual, a lot of driving for dollars was like my main thing. I did a lot of MLS. I did a lot of bank properties when like 08 happened. So that was a lot of agents. So I've done well with agents. I've done well with driving for dollars in the beginning, but Brent, I mean, it was a grind way longer than it should have been. Fortunately, when I started flipping, I'm not a very handy guy. Like I think the worst flippers are contractors because they know how to do the work.
Yeah.
Right. But I didn't. So fortunately that forced me to hire that out, which was good because then I could do higher level activities. But like it's all developmental. So I tell people like wherever you're at right now, that's okay. If you're the one, doing the cold calling, maybe that's okay for a minute. You want to grow out of that, but just develop, keep growing, keep developing. Reinvest when you do a deal back into more systems, more tools, more processes, better coaching, right? You can build this business quickly if you compound on itself.
Yeah.
So take your small wins and create bigger wins.
So how long, Jerry? How long were you the one on the phones, going on the appointments, doing all that?
I think until about 2013. So I started in 04.
9 years.
Probably 9 years of doing a lot of the heavy lifting.
Isn't it funny how they say overnight success takes about 10 years?
Yeah, that's right.
It's it's actually boring. Like when people are like, tell me your story, I'm like, you don't want to hear it. It's super boring. I just worked hard for 20 years.
Yeah.
Like, it's not glamorous. I didn't get out of jail or nothing fun. I just worked hard.
Listen, this is the quote of this show. Continuous effort, not strength or intelligence, is the key to unlocking our potential. Winston Churchill. It's the absolute truth. Continuous effort. It's going to take longer than you think. But I'm telling you, if you build the skills of effectively communicating with property owners, you win.
And today you can get there way faster for sure. Like I just was watching you before I jumped on, I was watching you go through, and it's like, think about these tools and resources, people, that you have access to. Like imagine if there was a PropWire or these other tools you're sharing. Imagine if those were around even 5 years ago. They weren't.
I was going into the basement at the treasurer's office, getting the tax delinquent lists on a weekly basis and going through all that nonsense. Right. I mean, that was like, oh yeah. If you get the tax defaults, if you go into the recorder's office and get the probates and all this and filter through all that, it was like, oh my gosh, it was so much work. Now it's right here. Jerry, you got a lot of love from this audience, by the way. A lot of love in here. George Edwards, who is incredible. He lives in Mexico City doing business throughout the U.S., but especially in Georgia. Asks, Jerry, after we pull and export a list, we'd love to see which filters we used when we pulled that list. Is there potential to get that feature added?
So help me understand what you're saying there, because when you pull the list, you created the filters in order to actually export the list. So you don't export the list until you've decided I want to see this, this, and this, right? So you'll identify what list. There's advanced filters, so you can even put on there certain types of properties, years, time the owners owned it, like however advanced you want to get on the filters, you can. Then you're going to generate a list and you're going to export and download that list, or download, and you can actually skip trace it, then download it if you want. But that list will be exactly what you created when you download it.
Awesome.
For future, like if you have a database of lists and stuff like that, what I do is I just name the list, whatever filters I pulled on it.
Yeah.
So the main filters on it, it's part of the name of the list, and it just allows me, like, it lets me see it if I come back to it 3 months later. Okay, that's that.
Like
list.
you rename the Excel list?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rename it and then just use the names.
Software, make sure you do what he just said, because you want to name it, because what you'll do is you'll tell it that when new leads come available that match this criteria, I want to be notified, and you'll get instant notification, and then you can then work those brand new leads. So yeah, you want to get very strategic about how you name your lists. And like I do exactly what you said there. Like I name it what my filters are, so I can remember, okay, that list is my absentee, high equity list. Right. In this zip code or whatever, however you're doing your business. Yeah.
Awesome. Jerry, you're the best. Appreciate Thanks for being on here, bud.
Guys. Yep.
Good to see you, man.
See you, buddy.
Take care.
Awesome. It's time for a new segment, Raphael.
Oh my God.
You ready?
I'm excited. I was born ready.
This segment is a little bit, we've been going for an hour and a half about real estate. This segment is called the meathead moment. Right? This is all, I'm going to get on the scale here. Okay. Now my goal, I think my ideal weight, shredded, looking good, lean face, high energy, is like 195. Right? Now I'm going to do this with clothes on. I usually, you usually do it after the shower.
I say we need to do it right, Brent.
Yeah, pop the top. So I want to ask the audience, what's your estimate? What's your estimate on how much I weigh today? What do you think, Raph?
225.
Okay, I like
30?
it. Okay, I'm wearing a microphone. I'm going to take the shoes off though. Guys, put it in the chat here what you think is the right. And by the way, George Edwards, who kicked me out of his 15-week accountability, he's like, hey, I'm at Disneyland on vacation. He's like, hey, you want to do this 15-week challenge? I was like, yeah, fine. And then I go on vacation to the Masters all last week. So, George, I'm with you, bro. I mean, I get it. There's a lot of action in that group, but I'll just do it here on the show, and that'll count. But yeah, put the over under on over or under 220. And we'll see who gets the closest each week. I think 195 is the sweet spot. We're going to take, what do you think? 3 pounds off for clothes, 4 pounds. Yeah. What do you think? I'm wearing jeans. I got a microphone on.
I'd say 3
pounds. All right. We're going to take 3 pounds off of this. It's going to be good. And then
227. That's my number.
227. Wow. That's a beef. I'm 5'8", 5'8 and a half. All right, guys. Like, so if that gives you any kind of indication, but, real quick, Raph, what are you doing exercise-wise right now? And I'll go into what I'm doing, and then we'll get on the scale.
The latest thing I'm doing routines, right? I have those routines, push day, pull day, kind of break them down like that. And then what's really making a difference is meal prepping.
Love it.
On meal prepping,
you make it your own, or do you buy like already?
No,
pre-made?
I make my own.
Yep.
And I cook it in about an hour and a half on Sunday, and I have the meals for the rest of the week.
Love it.
So my macros are 180 grams of carbs, 180 grams of protein, and then 40 grams of fat.
Wow.
A day.
Awesome. And you're pretty disciplined with it?
Yeah.
You look like it. You look amazing. Yeah, you look amazing. Mine is push day is Mondays, but I'm doing something called AMRAPs. That means as many rounds as possible. So we go 25 minutes. It's a time thing. There's usually 5 or 6 exercises. 2 of them are more cardio based. We do the air bike, the Airdyne bike, right? And we do a rower machine, or there's a treadmill that you power yourself, which is an absolute nightmare. It's my most hated thing in the gym is that treadmill that you have to, it's like on rollers and you have to run it yourself. And the 5 or 6 exercises, you go 25 minutes, and then we usually do like, some tricep stuff at the end because I'm exhausted. Or and then that's Mondays. Tuesdays is more of a cardio day with some kind of like core.
Yeah.
And that's a nightmare. But then Tuesdays I also get stretched for an hour, keep my low back and my legs and everything intact because I had a sciatic nerve thing and that was a nightmare. Right.
That's painful.
Oh, it's the worst. It's the worst. Make sure you stretch as you get older. And then third is the I've got pull day on Thursdays, and I have a trainer each day, Johnny Mack at Lifetime Fitness. So let's see. There we go. Here we go. Nice. 216. All right. Love it. 215. All right. Time Masquerade, he's 77 and does 1 mile and 50 push-ups every day. Absolutely incredible.
Wow.
222, 205. Awesome. 207. I wish.
Have you seen the biceps on this guy?
Yeah, I don't know. I want to get to 195. So let's see where we're at. You ready, Matt? All right. I'm going to first take off the shoes here. All right. And this is just some accountability. You might as well put it on out into the world. Wearing my Alexander McQueen's. They were actually given to me by Omari and Teron, who will be here later in the show. And we'll switch it over. You want to switch it over to the scale? Oh, it's on the scale. Okay, here we go.
5 minutes
Let's see what we got here. Oh, dude, this thing is the mat. We have the mat's affecting it. Yeah, there's no way I weigh 100. I haven't weighed 171 pounds since the junior high. You know what I mean? It's soft. Can we put it over here?
Yeah.
Spin it around here. All right, here we go.
Bam, bam,
We'll put it here.
There you go.
All right. Huh?
I'm as down as I can go.
Here?
No.
Back?
Pull it towards you.
This way?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Boom. What'd you give me for clothes?
227 and pounds what? 3.
3 pounds?
Yeah.
214.6.
Woo!
214.6. Oh, hold on.
Nice.
Hold on. There we go. 214.6, guys. So, 213.7. Well, this thing's a little bit, I guess it depends on where it's at on the floor. But there you go, guys. 195 is the goal. So that is 18 pounds away. So let's see how long that takes. But I think it's important that you make some goals for yourself. I've kind of stuck into, I was taking some peptides, a peptide called sermorelin, which is a growth hormone thing for a while just to see how big I could get. And it just made me puffy. It just made me super puffy and I didn't like it. So we moved on. But, now it's your turn. Here we go. It's Raphael's turn. Raphael gets a turn at this thing. Well, Matt might already change it. Good to get over there. We'll weigh you in.
What's your guess?
You got to be, man, you're pretty lean. I would say you're probably 180. 180? Are you going to do it shoes off? What shoes are you wearing? Show everybody your shoes. All right. These are, no, down there. All the way down. Yep. There we go. Raph's wearing his, keep going. There you go. Nikes of some sort. All right. Here we go. And here we go. He is
Moment of truth.
178.4. See, I'm spot on with this. I could guess pretty much anybody's weight.
You're way better.
I'm going to be like one of those circus guys. You know what I mean? In retirement. Now, guys, we're going to be doing the giveaway. This is Raph's turn to throw at the balloons here. Matt, when you're ready, we'll give Matt a second to adjust if you'll help Jesse as well. Let me show everybody that's joining. If you are a subscriber, we're going to be giving away, if he hits the blue balloons, do we have this one? Hold on. If he has the blue balloons right here, Matt, he gets the hat. If he hits the purple balloons, we've got the TTP shirt, classic, we're going to be giving away. And then we've got the hoodie. We've got the hoodie if he hits the red balloons. We've already hit a red balloon. So let's see what we got here, Raph. Here is your, It does. No, you got to. They said they want you to do it downtown, so you got to scoot back a little bit. Hold on. Wait until we get that on the board. Go ahead. I'll get out of the way here, guys. Matt's running around. Guys, this is our first time doing this kind of format, so bear with us. We'll get better each week as to how this works. But here we go. Here we go. Give it up for Raph. Is he going to get it the first time? Who knows? Here we go. Giveaway. Nothing. There's some more darts. Come on. Oh, you got to take the plastic off. Yeah. Take the plastic off.
We have safety features.
Yeah, just pull that off. Come on, Raph. Come on, Raph. Come on, Raph. Come on, Raph. Come on. Oh, come on, Raph. Come on, Raph.
Brett got his first try.
Come on, man.
Well, I haven't shot darts in years.
Keep it going. Go grab them.
Can I go grab them?
Go grab them.
It's gonna be a minute. Anybody want coffee?
Come on, Raph. We believe in you. Guys, give Raph some love here. He's
guns.
yeah, oh, okay. Almost. Get it. Get it. Get it. Oh my gosh, you are terrible at this.
Wow!
Oh.
I think I'm throwing too fast.
Yeah, one more. Come on.
All right. One more.
Come on. We're gonna have to have Matt throw it. You got it now. Blue, purple, red. Yep, let's do it. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Spacing's great on that spot.
Oh my gosh.
These are stupid balloons.
Yeah, well, this is incredible. This is hey! Live TV. Live TV.
Find the tape and then just leave that part.
Yeah. All right, guys, give it up for Raph. If you guys are a subscriber, somebody's getting a shirt, a TTP shirt. So that's awesome. Make sure, guys, if you're not subscribed, that you subscribe now. And let's rock and roll. Now, we're going to get to some questions here, guys, and some more celebrations. Here we go. We've got Alex. Just started cold calling, Brendan. Was nervous to cold call, but now I'm 4 days in and I'm starting to feel more comfortable with it. Just trying to keep up with it. Come on, let's celebrate. Absolutely incredible, Alex. Keep it going. You've got it. You've got it. Here's a great question again by Alex to follow that up. How do we know if we're in a big market or a small market, Raph?
I like to segment over 300,000 people. It's a decent sized market.
Yeah.
You know that you're going to have buyer activity. There's usually more investment, going on.
Yep.
So anything over 300, I call it a primary market. Anything under 300, to me, it's a secondary market.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. There you go. We've got another question by Alex. Guys, if you've got questions, we've got Jesse here that's going to star them. We're going to put it in here. That's going to be, the last half hour of the show is going to be all about answering your questions. So make sure that you don't leave this show without having your questions answered. All right. It's really, really important that you don't just be a voyeur, right? Don't just be watching this and kind of, not participating. Like, participate in this. We're going to answer your questions and make sure that you've got everything you need so there's no excuses. Okay. The question by Alex is, how long after you speak to somebody do you call them back to follow up? There's 3 buckets. Okay. There's 3 buckets of your leads: hot, warm, cold. Hot is 30 days. They're going to make a decision in the next 30 days. And so make sure that you talk to them every single day. You're going to talk to them every single day. And listen, if you want, you can preface that. You can preface it with the fact that you're going to over communicate. You can say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, the number one complaint in our industry, in the real estate business, is a lack of communication. I want to make sure that that's never a problem with us. So I'm going to over communicate. If I'm reaching out to you too much, please let me know and I'll pull back. But I just want to make sure that you understand, when you work with us, we're going to communicate with you all the way through and make sure you get everything that you need. Okay.
On the follow-up too, one thing that I like doing is reminding them that I'm calling them like I promised.
Yep.
Hey, Mr. Seller, this is Raphael. I'm calling you back like I promised last time. So just touching base and then going into your whole conversation, but reminding them that you're calling because you promised you were going to be giving them a call back.
Yep. Yeah. So. Love it. Love it. And so if like you want to, you're not going to lose deals from excess follow-up. Okay. Like most people, you're gonna understand 8 calls out of 10 calls are gonna go to voicemail. So you voicemail, text, and just plant the seeds. All right, but you want to get a hold of them. And if you are really trying to get a hold of somebody, let's say you guys get an internet lead or you get a direct mail lead, and for some reason you didn't answer it, or for some reason it got cut off or something happened, triple tap it. Call it, no answer, call it, no answer, call it, and hopefully they'll answer on the third time. People get stressed out a little bit if they're like, oh my gosh, what is happening here? You know what I mean? So just understand that they'll be on their back foot a little bit, but three calls and just be like, yeah, I was just trying to get a hold of you. It's, and just act like, nothing's going on. All right. And then if it's a cold lead, you should probably call them monthly just to plant the seed. The only reason that there should be a long timeline is just something that you can't get over. It's a condition. It's not necessarily an objection. It's a probate situation. Yeah. It's an inherited situation. It's my tenants are going to be out at this time. I don't want to sell it until they're out. Right? That type of thing. Now you can always shorten the timeline with if-then questions. I had back in 2013, Brian North, one of my mentors in the real estate business, incredible guy, luxury agent here. He's top. He did this whole class on if-then questions. If-then, right? It's to future pace. It's to really pull out all of the objections and to shorten the timeline. If I could get you your money and keep your tenants in the property to the end of their lease, then would you do business with me now? Right?
Love it.
If I could clear out all the property and you left everything there that you didn't want, then are you ready to move forward? If-then questions are so incredibly powerful because it's not saying I can do this. This is saying if I can do this, then you know what I mean? It's like a soft commitment. You're trying to find out like, okay, is there any opportunity here? Right? Like, why are we waiting so long to do this? You don't say that. You do it through if-then questions. Okay. Awesome.
I want to throw something out there too. Like, think about your network. Think about your power team, your power network, right? Who do you know that can help them shorten that curve? For example, probate attorneys. We don't handle the probate process, but we have relationships with attorneys that we tee up for this, and it helps move the process along, right? Yeah. That's one example. But who can you tap into in your own network to help that seller go through that process that might be taking 3 months, 6 months? Maybe they just don't know how to go about it, and that's your opportunity to come in and then be of additional service there.
Love it. So love it. Here we go. Richard asked a question: is Dallas-Fort Worth market too saturated for new wholesalers?
I don't think so. I mean, I think it's there's opportunity in all the markets. It's gonna be challenging, but
there's one market that I wouldn't go into, that you can't go into. It's called Manhattan.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Yeah. I mean, that's it. I mean, beyond that, it's wide open. You're going to find opportunities in every single market. There are more. So remember this, Richard, 6 to 10% of the properties in the country are in some sort of distress. 6 to 10%. There's 143 million residential properties. So that's upwards to, let's just call it on the low end, the 6%. That's 10 million properties. 10 million properties around the country. The stat that Batch did, they paid like $75,000 to do this like market research thing to some company, was like there's like 60,000 people that would consider themselves wholesalers. Can somebody do the math of 10 million divided by 60,000? You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's your number.
And 20% do 80%.
Yeah.
Right? So 20% of the 60,000 is like 15,000, that are actually doing something out there. And we're like, oh, there's 4 other wholesalers in my market of 8.5 million people in Dallas, Fort Worth or whatever. It's like, what are we talking about? Yeah. The day that you drive by and there's no ugly houses and we live in this beautiful, harmonious nirvana, that day, we're in trouble, Raph.
Yeah.
Until that day,
Then we become luxury agents or something.
what do you know the stats on people that are in pre-foreclosure, like percentage wise?
No, not up top of my head.
Got it.
It is climbing.
It's got to be
though.
like 1, 2, 3% of
it's a very
mortgage holders.
Yeah, it's a very small amount right now, and but it is climbing. So I mean, and when I say climbing, I'm talking increases by 10, 15 more records, right?
Yeah.
So it's not spiking, but it's it's steadily climbing little by little. So opportunity is there.
Yeah.
Don't tell yourself the story that my market is too saturated. I can't do any business in this. I've done business in DFW from here. What tells you what does that tell you about the people who are actually in town and can have face-to-face conversations, contacts? So the opportunity is there. It's don't shy away from good markets. Usually there might be more people in it, but it's also the bigger spreads. And if you go out to the suburbs, the smaller towns, where you're gonna get $3,000, $5,000 spreads versus 25, 30,000. So
love it. Word to Wise, two is spelled TWO. Nice. Asks, when do you recommend going from outbound to inbound leads? I love this question. And the chart is right here. I don't know if I can share this right now, Matt. Can I? Oh, yeah. Perfect. Here's the chart. Here is the lead generation blueprint. All right. Inbound is when, you can start direct mail. I think direct mail is smart to do. Very sniper, very niche.
Like
I think it's going to get
list.
you. AI list, the Driving for Dollars list, love it. Probate inherited list, fantastic, right? And just be very, very niche. I would encourage everybody to find the 1,000 ugliest properties that are within a 10, 20 mile radius of where they live, and just be obsessed with those. So you can start doing a little bit of inbound leads right away. I think it's going to give you a lot of confidence. I think it's going to give you kind of a shot in the arm, but just make sure here's the issue that I have with inbound. You got to answer them live.
Yeah. You
got to answer the calls live. If you don't answer the calls live, you're going to miss out. Right. I mean, the stats don't lie. If you aren't answering it live, it's like 80%. You're not even going to get them on the phone ever again.
How do you guys go about that? Do you do a live transfer? Is it from your webpage straight to your acquisitions?
It rings 4 people.
Yeah.
It rings Adrian. It rings Joshua. It rings Ryan, and it rings Chad. Now, Chad gets the first 2 rings Monday through Friday, any time of the day. He gets the first 2. If it goes to a 3rd ring, it's the Wild West between the 3 of the rest of them. And we have about a 95% live answer rate.
Wow.
And it has blown up the business because we do a lot of pay-per-click, right? We talk to people. Matt, you want to put that as the runner again? We're going to start providing pay-per-click services around the country. Yeah, it's
Jesse's a savage, by the way.
Huh?
Jesse's a savage.
I know he's a savage. Yeah. Jesse is the best. Jesse, get over here. Come here. This is who I stole from Google, by the way. This is Jesse. He's doing he's on his laptop right now.
The man, the myth, the legend. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Every time I say, "Hey, bro, how are you doing? How's life?" It's like, "Yes, PPC is going great." It's like the first thing that comes out of his mouth. This guy's obsessed.
Well, he's obsessed. He's as obsessed as we are about getting deals. It's incredible. Anyway, you got to answer them live. I mean, you absolutely have to answer them live. And if you're doing pay-per-click, you're doing direct mail, you're doing bandit signs, you're doing billboards, you're doing radio, you're doing TV, you got to answer it live. But I think that if you're starting out, you can do direct mail all the way through, and you can do inbound. Referrals are inbound, in my opinion. Not even in my opinion. It's just a fact. They're inbound leads. So you're posting every single day to your story saying I buy houses, and you go in, you request everybody that's in investment groups in Facebook. You're gonna have some referrals. You're gonna have people reaching out to you, right? And then, but most of your efforts that you can control. The issue, Raph, is you can send out a ton of direct mail. You can send, or just some direct mail. You can send out. Did our wall freeze, Matt? Oh, sweet. Program crashed. Awesome. It still looks cool. You can throw out bandits on it. You could do all of those things. But you don't know when they're going to call you. Right. So you're kind of like, okay, how do I make sure that I can answer, and how can I get consistency? Well, you can't in the beginning. You can when you get better at it and you track your numbers and you have a big enough budget. But when you're waiting, you got to be proactive.
Yeah.
You got to be reaching out to people, and listen, talking to people, reaching out, cold calling could be to agents like Jerry's doing, right? Like you do, like what a lot of people do, reaching out to agents and that have listings, that don't have listings coming up. Talking to people is just being proactive. And so it could be property owners, or it could be the people that represent property owners. But you got to be proactive for sure in the off times that you're not getting the inbound leads. So it's kind of a combination of both.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was gonna say. I like having, instead of just wiping out the let's say that the outbound, because you're replacing it with the inbound. I mean, a good combination of both. I think it's a good thing. You never know when something is gonna hit as far as policy, FCC regulation, or stuff like that. It's gonna impacts some of the marketing that we're doing, and we've seen it multiple times over the last even 5 years.
Yep.
Right. So when that happens, I mean, you have other legs of marketing that you're not in a crutch at that point. You know what I mean? You can still move. So
love it, guys. In 5 minutes, we got Eugene Ison coming up from Greenbelt, Maryland. He's an absolute superstar when it comes to being proactive. I mean, if you want to look proactive up in the dictionary, I love this analogy. It's so cheesy. It's going to be Eugene Ison. It is Eugene Ison III. He was a wrestler, a collegiate wrestler. He has that like crazy work ethic. He has that crazy like discipline, right? He's going to be coming up in just a few minutes. Not yet, Eugene. I see you there, looking good.
And anybody who has the third attached to his name,
I think so, right? Eugene Ison III, right? That's how I have it saved in my phone. I hope there's not another Eugene Ison III. I hope that's you, but I'm pretty sure it is. But absolutely incredible. The discipline, the work ethic, the being proactive. He made a challenge to they talk to 100 people every single Monday. 100 people. I'm telling people, talk to 10 people right here. This is the plan, the 30-day plan for everybody, with a couple other nuances that I left out just so that people paid attention and would fill it in. But talk to 10 new homeowners a day, add 100 driving for dollars leads a week, squat up with 2 established wholesalers, comp 5 properties, no music in the car, 10 pages of reading a day, and listen to The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale on a daily basis. And Eugene Ison's doing 100 contacts every Monday. Bananas, absolutely bananas. So, there we go. We'll get a couple more questions in.
See, it's doable.
We Buy Houses, Las Vegas, Nevada asks, how many calls to close a deal for high equity absentee owner list? Great question. 1 out of 200. If you are making the calls, I'm just telling you guys that it's 200. This is the stats. And I've looked at stats for the last 6 years. I've looked at our own stats. I've tested this. This is the results. You make the calls. It's 1 out of 200. You have a VA that English is their second language, that has never lived in this country. It is 1 out of 4,000 conversations. 4,000 conversations. That's 400 hours of calls. 400 hours.
Staggering difference. Now, Brent, is that contact to close?
Contact.
So 200 conversations, not 200 dials.
Yep.
Just to.
Yeah, that's not a dial.
Clarify
That's
it,
actually speaking with the property owner. Yep. Absolutely. Rob got his Flip Finder account yesterday. Awesome. Make sure you're pulling that AI list. Make sure you're going through those trainings that are in there. That'll help you out and make it really easy for you. Yeah, rock and roll, brother. That's awesome. Raph, are you out of here?
Yes, sir. In a couple minutes.
What do you got going on? What are you closing this month?
We have 22 deals on the board.
Dean, you and Dean both had 22, and well, he had it in
I love
March.
Dean, man.
Yeah,
He's a beast.
yeah, Dean's great.
Yeah,
22
great guy.
deals. Okay.
Yeah, 22 deals. A handful of them are here in Phoenix. We have a lot, and we're doing a lot of stuff in Florida right now.
Yeah.
Jacksonville is popping. And yeah, I just bought a flip. I'm gonna do a flip in the historic district, so that's gonna be fun.
Which historic?
The 7th, just east of 7th. It's damn, I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, don't worry.
Anyways,
it's over there.
Yeah, it's over there
By downtown.
by Roosevelt. Yeah, Roosevelt.
So what's the income?
On
April.
Income in April. I mean, we've had 6-digit months.
Yep.
Consistently over the last 3 months.
Love it.
I think that one's gonna bump it up because I mean the flips. I mean, whenever the flips, I cherry pick those. And whenever those hit, I mean usually.
What are you gonna make on the flip?
Oh yeah. You what?
What are you gonna make on the flip?
Anywhere I think between 2 to 230, 240
thousand.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's. I mean,
where'd you get that lead?
Comps are. That was actually a PPC lead.
Boom.
Yeah.
I am
PPC
telling
lead.
you, it's the biggest deals.
Yep.
All roads lead to pay-per-click, guys.
Pay-per-click.
All roads lead to pay-per-click. It's not even close.
I agree with the and I don't know if you said this a while back, but it's a race to PPC.
Yep.
As you start to generate income.
Yep.
I mean, just see it as a race because that's scalable.
Well, the sooner you start, too, the more seasoned your account gets, and the more Google likes you.
Right.
The more you spend with them, they literally like you better.
Yeah.
It's the fact we're competing against Open Door and OfferPad.
Yeah.
And the start of every quarter, the first 2 weeks is like a fist fight for us to get like a lot of deals, and then all of a sudden it loosens up because they burn through their budget.
Yeah.
It's wild. Anyway.
Yeah. So it takes a minute to get dialed in, but
guys, give Raph some love in the chat. Love you, brother. Thanks for being on here.
Love you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for throwing 700 darts to blow.
I'm telling you,
to knock out one balloon.
It's a volume game.
That's right. That's right. It's all about the what is it? What did he say? Continuous effort.
Continuous
effort. There you go.
Never fails.
Guys, I am excited to bring give some love to Raphael. He spends time with us. He loves the community. He loves this channel. See you, bud. You're the best. Guys, it's time. Let's bring on the incredible proactive Eugene Ison. Oh, the third. Here we go. Let's get him in here. Hey, what's up, Eugene? Oh, I think you're muted somehow.
Hey, what's going on, Brent?
There you are.
It's Rhino Travet.
I love it. Looking good. We're giving some of those away today with the balloon toss. So that's awesome. So what how many people have you talked to this week so far? It's it's Wednesday afternoon.
So I'm doing 100 contacts every day.
Every day.
Yes, every day. That was
I thought you were. I didn't want to
Yeah, Stephanie switched it from once a month to like every Monday, but
every Monday.
Yeah, I do mine every day. So I'm doing 100 contacts. If I'm on $1, it's gonna be 100 contacts.
Oh my gosh, 100 contacts! Isn't that exhausting?
Yes, it can be exhausting, but I think the biggest difference is I'm really efficient. If someone is not interested or they're a tire kicker, and I can ask the condition, they say, well, it's been newly renovated, and just all language that they're not motivated. Me and George kind of have a language we bang on. We just get out of there. We're not wasting no time. We're
right.
So it saves a lot of time, believe it or not. It saves a ton of time.
What lists do you like calling?
I love calling tax delinquent and the tax delinquent from Flip Finder AI.
Yep.
I'm going hard on that list, and the real supermarket list, eviction and probate. Those are like bread and butter. If I need to get a deal like this week, those are the deals I'm going after heavy and hard.
What was that? That you had mentioned that before. Real supermarket?
Yeah, the real supermarket.
Oh, I talked to the owner of that because of you.
Shooter, yep.
Great guy. Yeah,
amazing.
They go bananas. They sell the list to everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Realsupermarket.com. There's another one for you guys. Realsupermarket.com. That's great. I got to remember that. That's right. I did talk to him.
And his data is really good. I get the phone numbers from him, and I mean, my contact rate's like almost like 24 contacts an hour. It's bananas.
That's bananas. What was that big deal that you closed? What did that come from? Didn't that come from one of those lists?
No, it came from Flip Finder AI, the tax delinquent list,
Yeah.
and the owner had to go through probate, and I know the probate process, so that's where a lot of the value came from. But it came from that tax delinquent list from Flip Finder AI, so I'm still calling that, of course.
I love it. So Raphael just was talking about the probate list, and he gets really big deals because he understands the probate process, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how did you learn that?
Started off drawing for dollars because I didn't have a big budget. So my first 2 deals, they had to go through probate. So what happened was I had to figure out how to open an estate, what documents needed, death certificates, and pretty much, luckily in my county, Prince George's County, Maryland, they are super helpful. They'll tell you how to open up the whole state for free.
Yeah.
So even if you don't know, if you just go to them and say, hey, how do I do this? They will walk you through about how to fill it out.
Yeah.
And I just went with the seller to, as they were filling out, and I learned the process. So the next time I had to do it twice for 2 different deals on my drive for dollars. And then when the opportunity presented itself, I told the seller, I was like, I know exactly what to do, step A to B. I mean, let me give you the white glove treatment. And that was game.
What'd you make on that deal?
71,000.
Come on, 71,000. I absolutely love it. By the way, what is your record of contacts in a day?
170.
170. So when I tell people that they should talk to 10 people a day, what do you think of that?
I think it's very manageable. I mean, I think it's very manageable. But also too, Brent, if you have never spoke to anyone before, and
sure.
it can seem like a lot, but I think what you've always said, and it's always motivated me and kept me real consistent, Rhino focus, was talk to one person a day, build that engine up. You don't wake up, start bench pressing 315. You got to work up to it, So just talk to one person, do something consistently, and just build up each time more and more and more. And before you know
Stephanie
it,
wants me to ring the bell for that 71,000. Here you go, Stephanie. Come on.
Yeah.
By the way, in the Rhino tribe, we have an incredible group that is it was originated by Stephanie Hunt, and everybody has collaborated since. That every single day they get into what they call the VO, the virtual office, and make calls together, and support each other, and really push each other to stay on the phones and build the endurance and find the best leads. And really it's a cheerleading session. You know what I mean? It's a cheerleading. It's a pump up. It's a connection, because, it's really tough to do this thing alone. It's really tough, especially if your family and friends aren't in real estate and they really don't know what's going on, and you don't have a tremendous amount of people that really take it seriously. You meet people at meetups and RIAs and some other these things, and they seem like they've got a big engine, that batteries come included with them, but then you challenge them to some sort of accountability and they just don't show up. And so it's a really, really, really cool group, and a big shout out to them in that group. They're going right now. They go every day, Monday through Friday, all day long. Stephanie wants me to ask, what day of the week did you make 170 contacts?
It was the weekend it was a weekend when I first came back to the tribe. So I don't remember the exact day, but I started calling at 7:30ish, and I didn't get off till 9:30 at night. So, and George and Demola were all in there with me, and the list I was calling was an absentee pre-foreclosures. That's probably why the contacts were so crazy. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's people that have full-time jobs that start calling on the weekends get a lot of success because they, it's wide open. I mean, I don't know. I always like getting a lot of the heavy lifting done early in the week. But we'd always do super Saturdays, that once a month I'd go in and I would sit in front of all these people that were interested in what I did. And there'd be up to a dozen real estate agents in my brokerage that I was with. And I would just make calls all day long in front of them and then get them on the phone, and contact rate was bananas. It's absolutely incredible. Yeah. Yeah. But so what does your pipeline look like now?
So I do have something under contract. I have 2 properties under contract, one in DC and then one I locked up over here in Prince George's County, and I'm looking to get another one over there in District Heights. So it's looking good. It's looking full. It's looking
That's
forward.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Let me ask you this, because sometimes, and this is something that happened to me when I would go on the what we call the empty the clip day and talk to 100 people in a day. I'd have to kind of take a little mental break every now and then, because I felt like I was getting into like a reflex that they were going to say no, that they were not interested in that type of thing. And I would just be real quick with it. Like, what do you do to make sure that there's a saying by Bill Belichick, like, just do your job this play. Just do your job this play. Don't worry about the whole thing. Just do your job this play. It's being present, right? It's giving the person that you're speaking to the respect. They've never talked to us before, and we've talked to a bunch of people. They're not making calls all day. We are. How do you stay present? How do you give people the respect and not get into that reflex? Or is that a challenge for you guys in this thing?
For me, I would say no, but I think your script, man. I think that script, if you can stay laser focused, and this is not me trying to promote, I'm just saying, being honest. I've done the freestyle way, and I've done Brent Daniels TTP script way. That script is by far, in my personal opinion, the best script to get to the steak and potatoes of a conversation. Because I start off, when they say they want to sell, okay, well, the condition is really important. What major remodeling have you done to kitchen bath? And if they say nothing, okay, great. Now I'm starting to go timeline, which timeline opens up motivation, and then eventually motivation may open up price, but they usually fight it. But it keeps me very organized. I think that's the biggest difference. And then also, Jamil Damji said this, because I'm an Astro student as well. He says detach, meaning like never, and I think of it like this: never fall in love with any lead. No lead. Don't fall in love with any lead. Don't try to hold on to a lead and hoping. If you have to hope for a lead to be a deal, it's not a deal. So I think if you can stay very consistent with that and stay true to that and understand your famous quote, "We're deal finders, not creators."
That's it.
You're going to realize really quick, all those leads that you have in your pipeline or your follow-ups, those are not really leads. Those are people you want to be leads, but they're not leads. They're not going to sign a contract this week or this month. So, that's what helps me a lot. And it keeps me really focused and let Rhino focus.
I love it. Perfect. Woke Siberian here has asked several times. The website's name is Real, REAL supermarket.com. Real, like a real person, I'm a real boy. Supermarket.com, guys. Not REO. So it's realsupermarket.com. There you go. And let me ask you that. So you've been in the Rhino tribe, you've been in Astro. Do you talk to a lot of agents as well?
I built up a really huge book full of agents, so I don't do the agent follow-up anymore, but I still have agents that still send me opportunities. And, it's great because you're not paying for it. And I've done agent outreach deals before, so it's nice. It's great. But I've noticed whenever I did agent outreach deals, usually there might be somebody else or something else. So I just said, look, I got a motor, I got the desire, I got the motor, I got the skills. I'm going to go hunt free opportunities myself. And then, but it's still good to have it. But in my opinion, I don't think it's something that will work well for me and trying to build out a 6-figure business. That's just my personal opinion. I know everybody does a little different, but just for me, I'd rather just hunt for my own and eat what I kill.
Yeah. Yeah. And listen, I think it's really important to reach out to and build a relationship, in your prospecting with at least one agent a day. Just see if you hit it off, see if they have anything. What I liked doing back in the day was I would just do a search on Zillow and just look where I knew that if it was a property under 200,000, it would be like a really rough property here in Phoenix. And so I would just do 200,000 below and just call those listing agents and just see what's going on, what they have coming up. How often do they run into that? You know, I'm looking for something in original condition or something that's totally destroyed, you know, anywhere in between there. And do you have anything else? Do you have somebody that wants to sell it today? Those type of conversations.
Yeah.
And it worked out. You know what I mean? It really worked out. But it was laser focused. I wasn't just going to realtor.com, looking at all the agents and making calls. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I agree. It's a small piece of my business, but it's not the majority of my business. Is finding direct to seller, seeing if I can solve a problem, making as is offer, and move on with my life. And just sign that agreement and move on with my life. I try to just keep it super focused and super like sniper focused. It works best.
Looks like these guys are coming after you. Eugene, me and George are coming for you with some big deals.
Oh, of course. It's super competitive. Matter of fact, might as well. Me and George got a competition where this is just me and him personally. Like, who can have the most 6-figure months before the year, like in a 12-month period. So me and him were going at it on that. But you know, I love it. I like I said, I come from a competitive background, so you know. Competition drives me, so you know.
All brothers, right? All you have 2 brothers, yeah. You're the middle. You're the middle.
Yeah, I'm the middle child, so you know. You have to fight for it. Ain't nothing given, all earned.
Superstar wrestling background, super disciplined. Just taking that and taking the lessons that you learned. Get a coach that knows what they're doing. Get a system that works. And then just add discipline to it, and you can't lose. I mean, you literally cannot lose.
I agree.
It's awesome. Absolutely awesome. So what does your week look like this week? So you're going for 100 contacts every single day?
Yeah, every single day. If I'm on the dialer, I'm doing 100 contacts. Now, I have to be honest, on Monday and Tuesday, I actually had to go with the seller to to the title because he didn't have a car. That I could take him, so I was going back and forth. So I ended up getting like 40 or 50.
Yeah, sure.
So, but other than that, if I'm on the dialer and I don't have to go to appointments or anything like that, that's the only side effect of doing 100 contacts. You're going to get so many deals that, you know, you might have to deviate to go do things with your deals. But other than that,
that's it.
It's great. It's great. No, if I'm on the dialer, I'm doing 100 contacts, nothing less.
Listen, Cold Calling Baller said, how long did it take to close your first deal?
Oh, great question. I started off driving for dollars. So you know that deal, that I'll tell you, it took 9 months. I followed up. The address was 7640.
Say that again. Again, because people expect it in like 9 minutes.
9 months. It was I went driving for dollars in my area for about 2 years. About 2 years strong. That I thought I was going to take over all of Maryland with driving for dollars, right? But it took me 9 months. I followed up. The address was 7641 9th Court in Glen Burnie. And her name was Deborah. I followed up with her once a week, every Thursday, at like 3 p.m. for 9 months before I got that deal. And then there was one more I did in Silver Spring, Maryland. It's a bigger price point area, and it took me a year and a half. I spoke to them in July 2022. Then a year and a half later, that's when I got it like locked up and sold and stuff like that. So my deals took long. They took long. I didn't get my deals in 90 days. It didn't happen like that.
Mentally, what do you go through when it's 9 months? You know what I mean?
You're still trying to get other leads. You're still trying to get other leads and stuff like that. And
were you full-time or part-time?
No, part-time. Matter of fact, I did this while I was in college. I started when I was a junior in college. And when my son was born, I was working at Allied Universal as a security officer. And when I was doing that, getting up around 7 o'clock, workout around 8 to like 11 because I was trying to get 3 hours in. 8 to 11, I'm calling, and then from like 12 to 2 because I had to work at 3:30. I would be driving for dollars trying to add about 150 addresses. No, I think it was like 100. It was like 100, but that was my routine for my driving for dollars. And I just kept doing that until the deal finally happened. So that was my
Were you making calls like holding your little baby?
Yeah, I used to put him on my lap, matter of fact. And I was hand dialing. So I had him on my lap with a pillow. But yep. So I look, man, my mom used to tell me when she first seen me, I said, hey, Mom, I'm going to go for this wholesaling thing. She said, oh, okay, baby. I know you're going to be great at it. I said, how you know? She said, baby, I just know whatever you put your mind to, you're going to crush it. You got enough determination, tenacity that whatever's going to come up, you're not going to be denied. And she used to tell me at a very young age, and I just look at wholesaling like, I maybe look at like a big wrestling match. Like, just because you take a shot doesn't mean you're going to take them down originally. Then you might got to go for the second, third, fourth, fifth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, whatever. Yep. But as long as you don't give up, that deal will happen. I guarantee you that. But if you quit, it's a 100% guarantee you're never going to get that deal. Yep. I promise you. So don't quit. Easier said than done, though. Easier said than done.
Stephanie wants to know why it took Deborah 9 months to sell.
Her mom died, unfortunately, and the mom had emotional attachment to the property. Sure. So, yeah, that was, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Got it. So it was her mom's house?
Yes.
Oh, got it. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that's more common than you think. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. People will hold on to the properties just to kind of, get through the grief period, the grieving period. And, and then they make a decision, but you got to plant those seeds so that when they do make that decision, you're ready to go.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Eugene, you're a superstar.
I appreciate it.
I'll let you get back to your calls.
Absolutely.
How can people get a hold of you if they're in Maryland?
Reach out to me 301-541-7752. If you have
cell phone number.
Yeah,
brave man. All right.
If you have like a deal you want to work on together, or you have like there was actually someone who watched our last podcast and reached out to me in North Carolina. And we just locked something up over there. So we're looking to do the probate on that and get that situated. So if it's anywhere you got a probate, I know the process pretty well. I know state by state's obviously a little different, but the foundational pieces are the same. So, connect with me, and not just in Maryland, anywhere.
Awesome.
Yep.
Eugene Lawson III. You're the best.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Brother. Awesome. Boom. Wow. I mean, listen, if you're not excited to get on the phone and talk to people after that, I mean, come on. That is just, it pumps me up. I'm ready to go, Matt. We gotta end this show and make some calls. You know what I'm saying? But not yet. I think Omari and Teron are going to come in, huh? Are they here? Awesome. It'll be good to see them. Incredible. They've got incredible business. They've been on stage with me at the summit, and looking good. Look at these guys. Okay. We got the yin and yang. I love it. Come on. Come on in, guys. Come on in, Matt. One of you guys there, one of you guys here. Good to see you guys. I wore your shoes. Here we go.
Oh, there we go.
Great to see you. Come on, man. Have a seat here. Sit next to me. Here we go.
Sure.
Awesome. Oh, gosh. This is incredible. Awesome. Well, welcome, guys. Welcome to the live show. We've been going just over 2.5 hours.
Wow.
And so tell everybody where you guys live. That thing needs to be tightened. Matt will get it. Just kind of hold it for a second, I guess. Where are you guys doing business?
Man, we're in Indianapolis, Indiana, and actually starting to expand across the Midwest. So we're going to get started in Ohio.
What are you going to do?
Well. We're going to wholesale. We're going to wholesale in Ohio.
Of course.
Obviously, we've been doing that for a while now, but we just really revamped our whole business back to fully wholesale. We went, a lot of the rental route and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's been good. It's been a good year revamping and actually setting it up business wise. And like right now, we're not there, but it's in full motion.
Yeah.
Awesome. We get into that point like Brent was at, like, those videos even back just a couple of years ago, and it's still the same thing. Things change, but it's still the same thing, right?
Yeah.
We're like, it's just it's an ATM machine. Like, dude, now it's starting to be like, it feels like that.
Yeah. Good.
Absolutely.
Good.
It is, but putting in a lot of work and having the right team there, to support you and stuff like that is important. So, we get.
Congratulations on Purdue. Didn't quite get all the way there, but that was fun, huh?
Yeah, it was super fun. Yeah, so I'm back for the second time in 2 weeks because
I was down here.
Yeah.
If you don't know, you were down here. I didn't know that you scored like a bazillion points when you were playing there. I saw that post.
Yeah.
Well, how many points did you score at Purdue?
Almost like 1,400.
Oh my god.
At Purdue, yeah. So
that's awesome.
It was good. It was good being back and being around the guys and stuff like that. And even a couple of them, you know, they're actually in real estate in their markets and stuff like that now too. So it was cool to mix and mingle with them, and we connected on a different level as far as that goes. So it was good, man. I was happy for the guys.
Sure.
That was the first time since what, 94 or 96 or something like that, since we've been to the
right.
Well, we're going to test your athleticism here in a second. Okay.
Oh man, I just got done working out.
It's so we've been giving away t-shirts and shirts and hoodies by throwing at this board here with the balloons.
I was wondering what that was.
So I went first shot, first kill for me.
You hit it.
You know, Raphael took like 37 times. So,
you played baseball though. That's cheating. You played baseball and football, right?
No,
I mean, baseball
as a baby, maybe. Anyway, I want to talk about something. I'm going to talk about mindset with you guys. Okay. Because we're in the mindset moment here of the show, and I've got 4 points, and I want to kind of dig into your guys' mindset as you guys are growing, because it's what how many years have you guys been?
It's coming up on really 6.
Yep, 6 years. Yeah. I thought it was 6. Yeah. Yep. And so, you know, you start out and you've got that faith that you can do it. And then you start getting the success and you start doing the things. But in the beginning, it's kind of like, you know, this whole business, being an entrepreneur is all mindset. Right. Absolutely. Because it's the highest highs and the lowest lows. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's big months. It's you know, 0 months. It's like this kind of ebb and flow all the time, ups and downs. And so the mindset, you have to have the mindset or you're just crushed. Right. You're just crushed. And number one is to increase your mindset. You need to increase your skill level to increase confidence. Right. And I think of athletes. I just went to the Masters and I see these golfers that are, you know, the top 150 in the world, you know, in the top 50 or 60 make it. And like, how many people play golf? Millions. Right. These guys are the best of the best of the best because of the skills that they've developed. Right. Absolutely. I think about pilots that pilot planes. I think about people that are actors that like just get paid the most amount of money and they practice little things and it's just practice, increasing their skill level. What do you guys think of that? And how do you increase your skill level?
I'll let him start.
Man, honestly, man, I think every great athlete, actor, master, whatever it is, they're always a student of the game. You know what I mean? I think if you look in any arena, right, or sports or whatever you want to call it, they all have people who were in their corner that was vital to their success. Like everybody sees their highlights. Everybody sees the Michael Jordan, you know, last shot or whatever it is, but they don't see Tim Grover, right? And him answering Michael Jordan calls in the morning. They don't see Kobe Bryant calling Michael Jordan, right? And he got to the level that he is. And he said in the documentary, it's largely a part because of Michael Jordan was willing to give him, you know, that game for him to get to the next level, the nuances, the this, the that. They had their own different, you know, spin on it and personality, but you got to be a student of the game. That's always consistently learning, being curious, and having mentors like you are for us, right? I mean, I you know, it's safe to say without the mentorship that you have given us, we wouldn't probably be, maybe we would have figured it out, but you know what I mean? Like you have, there's no way around that. Absolutely. Like for any, you know, you guys out here, you know, just trying to piece it together yourself. You guys have done a lot of things. I mean, we're developing. We've done a lot of stuff, flipping. But it started with this though. And you need to have but you have to have people in your corner, like YouTube, obviously, you know what I mean? Just staying on that, staying in courses, investing into yourself. But if you think you're just going to piece it all together and become a giant in the industry or make, you know, strides in the industry, it's just, I mean, it's just not going to happen. You know what I mean? Without that, I think, you know, if you look, every successful person, they had it. So
absolutely.
That's what I think.
For me, man, I think it's like look at a person like LeBron James, for instance, for those of you out there that, you know, watch sports and things like that. Like how does he still have a coach? Like, right. He knows every part of the game. Right. Yeah. But he also is taking heed to the things that coaches say, and he's still learning the game at 40 some years old. He's been in the NBA for over 20 years. Right. So I think it's having that everlasting feeling of I have to get better, right? And I'm not there yet. And I think, like for me, for instance, my wife, she one day we was in the bed and she said, "Are you ever gonna feel like that you just like that you're good, like that, you know, in this business or whatever?" And I was like, you know what? No. I was like, and I don't feel ashamed of it though, because it's not that, you know, things aren't going good at times and things of that sort, but it's that I always feel like I got to get better somehow, some way. So I'm trying to learn something new, like all the time. And I think that's something to never feeling like you've arrived.
I love it. And you talk about LeBron as an athlete, him as a business person.
Man.
Guess who his coaches are? His attorneys,
Exactly.
his CPAs, you know, the people that are making sure that he's making really smart financial decisions. You know, all these things. People kind of bag on attorneys and stuff like that, but attorneys are great coaches.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? In all sorts of different things. And I just think that we all get coaching. It just depends on, you know, how we view it and whether or not we're coachable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's really what it's at.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you something. Early, I'm literally in the shower. You know, I'm always gonna say something crazy. Right? I'm in the shower with my AirPods on this morning.
My God.
I've never done that before, by the way.
Is it
I took them out.
Your
to wash
hair
my
looks
face,
great.
But I was in the shower
I
with
assume
my
your head's
AirPods.
like that.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm in the shower with my AirPods on, and I'm talking to my lady, right? And she just like, while we down here, what we want to do, who you are to us, and just, you know, every time we come to Arizona, all this stuff. And I was like, you know, this year, like when we go down, we you know, meet with Brent, you know, visit the office, visit the team. You guys are our guys, obviously. Like whatever he tells us to do this year, we're just gonna do it.
Easy. It's an easy process, bro.
It's an easy concept, but like when you go home and it's back in real life, you already got this stuff in motion. It's not that we aren't coachable and didn't want to do certain things. It's just that you got a train already rolling.
Sure.
And sometimes the coaching is saying, hey, stop doing this and go in this direction. It's going to be better long term. And then over time, if you don't do it or take longer to make those decisions, then over time you be like, damn, I should have just listened to Brent.
It's that old, it's the old adage, right? Like
it's crazy.
The teacher, you know, shows up when the student's ready.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stephanie's shouting out. Stephanie Hunt, last time I saw them was at the summit. What's up to you guys? They like your shirt. They don't like your shirt.
They don't like my shirt. Man,
I said the white's good. They didn't say anything about yours.
The crew on.
They didn't say it's bad. I know. I like it. I like it. That's good. Absolutely incredible, guys. They're going to be here the rest of the show. So make sure, guys, if you have any questions, to put it in the chat here. So how'd you guys end up last year? How'd it go?
Last year, how did we end up last year?
Mostly flips, mostly wholesale, mostly
wholesale.
Okay.
No, last year,
2023.
2023. Yeah.
Mostly
wholesale. Yeah, mostly wholesale.
We actually started the year out by saying, hey, we're getting fully back into wholesale mode.
Yep, that's what it was.
Fully. We're gonna hire the right people. Go that route. We actually took a business mastery course with Raphael, who was just here. And we took a business mastery course with him, which really helped us put the right people in the right seats.
He's phenomenal.
And that was our whole year last year. We was like, we just have to get the company to that, right? And so for us, it was mostly wholesale, 100%. It went really well. The winter time in Indianapolis, it gets really slow. And so like that last winter, it got really slow for us, and it was just kind of like, and we had one seat that we had one last seat that we needed to get filled. And we finally got that seat filled now, and it's looking good for us, man. It's looking really good for us.
Yeah. So that
white shirt serious.
Right. So,
I can't see what they saying up there.
I know.
You can't see it.
That's
this is our first time with this format. So
yeah, I like
look at some.
This is super dope. This is cool, man. Next time I come down here, I feel like I'm gonna see a transformer or something.
That's it. I'm gonna exactly.
A transformer with like 1,000 cameras on it. Or something.
That's it. Second part of mindset mastery: remove drama quickly. Emotions are our biggest expense. Right?
Yes, absolutely.
It's not our marketing. It's not our personnel. It's our emotions. In this business. And it's tough because we have so much writing on it. Right? We've got so much. We've got so many people counting on us. We've got so much goals that we have to achieve. We have so much potential that we need to tap into, all those things. And so it's very easy to get emotional. It's very easy to get emotional the other way too. Right? You close that big deal.
Yep, get too happy.
We're going on a trip.
We're gonna get steak.
Right.
We're getting steak every day. We're getting steak for breakfast. For lunch, we're gonna have steak sandwiches.
Exactly.
For dinner, we're gonna have the ribeye. It's gonna be steaks for a week.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, I
Go
think
crazy.
I think that's super, super huge. And I think a big thing for me, at least, that helped me was sports. I know I keep going back to that.
Yeah.
But, one of my coaches used to always say, stay the course, right? So stay the course of the game. And what that meant is, hey, we're going to have highs and lows all throughout this game. So you might get 2 and 1s in a row and you're super hype. It's like, calm down, make the free throws.
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Right.
And then you'll have times in the game where, hey, they've hit 3 threes in a row on us. So now what are we going to do?
Mm-hmm.
Are we just going to be done at this point? So I think that's what kind of kept me. I've always been even keel as far as that goes,
sure,
like, throughout the course of a game. And I always think that, like, just stay the course. We've had some times where we were down, really low, and we've had to like dump a lot of money back into the business and stuff like that. It's like, where are we going with this? And then all of a sudden, things turn around because we did stay that course. And we've seen people, we've seen ourselves lap people that actually, they were in the game pretty early with us, and then they just they hit those bumpy roads, or they got too high, and they, now they wanted to do everything, the shiny object syndrome that we had too. So emotions is something that's hard to control, though. It's not easy, right?
Well, it's also I think it's also a financial thermostat, right? The psychologists will tell you this: from 0 to 12, however you're raised sets your financial thermostat, right? And so if you're raised and there wasn't a lot of money at the end of the month, or more month than there was income, you kind of set the thermometer set lower. So you make a $50,000 check, and you lose your mind. I mean, it does break your brain. Let's not
absolutely
say anything there. But then you're like, then you start getting creative and you start thinking, okay, I could put this money here and there and all this other things, because you're like, oh, there's going to be more of these coming it's going to be it's never ending.
Right.
But also it's like, we don't take that money home. And we've had this conversation a lot, which is all about taking the money home, making sure, pay the taxes, put it into your own assets, pay off the debts, pay all that stuff. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Like, be really responsible with it. Because I mean, you make 50,000, but you really make 25,
right?
Because your business partner, the government's they got you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's your business partner.
Right? For real.
I mean, it shocked me at the end of the year when the accountant's like, oh, you have like 500,000 in your account, and that was like the profits. Like, I was like, taking salaries, taking money and whatever. He's like, you could just give that to the IRS. And I was like, what? And he's like, well, yeah, I mean, you're at this 38% bracket, and all the profits of the business it goes. And I was like, oh my God.
She like, go ahead and send that to your partner.
That's when you turn into a grown up.
Right.
Like,
it get crazy. And man, how do you deal with that? What's your journey been? Just with the emotional part of it. You know what I mean? With more of maybe kind of higher level CEO stuff. Like people coming in and people leaving, becoming a better manager for them. Like, how is that emotional roller coaster?
So I had a really great coach, and you go back to the coaching, but this is a business coach, and it's always start every day at zero money in the account, 0 opportunities closing, 0 leads, 0 everything. So that's what I had. And for me, when I was really starting to build momentum, I had this judgment on me for $700,000. So I had when I was 20, I remember that. When I was 26 years old, I signed a 10-year office lease for 7,000 feet in Scottsdale, and in January of 2008. In October 2008, the economic world melted.
Right.
And so I couldn't, I mean, we were 1 year into a 10-year lease. The guy sued me for the remainder of the lease.
Yeah.
And so I was just fighting and clawing. So I never thought it was my own money. So it actually was a benefit for me because I didn't really think it was my money, and I never did. So I just, whenever it's in the account, I put it away into assets. Put it away into investments, put it away into lending, put it into whatever, right?
So you feel like, looking back, that judgment made you disciplined.
For sure.
Develop that discipline.
For sure.
If it wasn't for that.
For sure. I would have just blown it up. My financial thermostat would have been screwed up.
Crazy.
Yeah. But it elevated my financial thermostat, because I'm thinking, I got to pay this. By the way, 5 years later, after that judgment was $1 million. I mean, it took me 5 years. It took me a long time to pay that thing off, and I settled for much less than that. But to me, I was like, I need to make $1 million after taxes just to pay
this guy
somebody else,
because you can't buy real estate,
right?
If you have a judgment, you can't like you can't get like car loan, you can't get anything, right? Your credit's destroyed. So anyway, the next one is clean up your environment to clean up your mind. Does your environment support the goals you've set?
Absolutely.
You ever walked into like
absolutely
somebody's house and it's just destroyed?
Yeah.
There's just crap.
My house look like that right now. That's because I'm moving. It's destroyed right now, bro. We got stuff everywhere.
Sure.
Boxes, tape, markers.
No, I'm just saying like normal everyday living, right?
Yeah, for sure. It give you anxiety immediately, you know. And obviously, you know, it's life, and you know, people got kids and family and all of that. So it's probably like organized chaos to try to. As soon as you clean it, it's like back like how it was.
Right.
But everybody still got a level of what they accept. Yeah. Like some people are like, okay, cool, yeah, let me get that. And other people are like, no, that's fine. I'll let that be there for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mounds of laundry everywhere.
Yeah, like, nah, that's
food left out.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta be organized, man. You gotta really set yourself up for like you said, success. And it's not just organization as far as like at home and stuff like that. It's the people around you, like right. So it's like you got like my friends now. They not to say like they know better to hit me up at certain times. Like they know what I'm doing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like they're not gonna be, hey, you want to go get a beer at? No, I mean, you know what I'm doing. I'm taking my son to practice this day, and even him, sometimes he'll be like, T, I just need 10 minutes. Like, give me a 10-minute call.
For real.
Yeah. Because I feel like I set my life up now where it's like these things have to be done definitely with the family. These things have to be definitely done, you know, with business. So at those times, like I'm unavailable for the most part, you know, and that's hard to do. I saw LeBron talking about that again, like a while back. He was like, sacrifices wise, like he was like, he had to basically tell his family, like, I'm going to be in the gym I'm going to wake up in the morning. I'm going to eat breakfast. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to come back home. I'm going to eat. I'm going to take a nap, and I'm going to go back to the gym. This is going to happen for a long period of time. This is like when he first got in the NBA. Now he's 40, obviously, but I'm like, that's a lot of sacrifice. You miss a lot of stuff, right? Are you willing to do that? You know,
and that's a hard question to consistently answer. Right? Like, am I with like year 1? Maybe I am, but year 5, if you look at Brian, you might be like, do I want to go all the way? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and some people don't, and it's fine. It's not a judgment thing. It's just like, where do you want to land on the scale of that? Like for LeBron, he was like, no, I want to be considered arguably one of the best players ever. Like, you're not gonna forget me. I think it's big for him. So he went for it.
It's desperation to reach your highest potential.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what we started out the show with was the potential. And it's just relentless. You know what I mean? And that desperation, you keep that desperation. And it's like what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Are you going to ever feel like you're good at this? You
right.
know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it feels weird because, I mean, you want to, but you don't also. You also kind of want to have that chip on the shoulder. You also want to stay sharp. You also want to grow. You want to do other things. Once you get somewhere else, it's just that type of mind. And I don't think a lot of people have that entrepreneurial mind.
And Brent, to go with that, I think people, you know, once you definitely start to get to this level of business, or you've been in it, you know what I'm saying, you know, a few years, not that first beginning, just stage, like it's like a high almost, like, dang, this really works. Like I'm making money with this. Like, this is crazy. Now you win it. Now you see the taxes. Now you see just the ebb and flows of stuff. Now you get into the nitty gritty of things. Like it starts to just, I don't know. Like you get to a level where it's like, oh, this really is synonymous with sports. Like it's synonymous with sports. Like, to me, business is that. That's why like they kind of go hand in hand. Like a lot of big entrepreneurs or whatever, they all love, not all, but a lot of them love sports though. 100%. Like it go hand in hand because it's still a kind of competitive thing. It's still tweaking something, making something better. How can I grow and get this there? Okay, dang, that person left. What do I do better? How do I make my hiring process better? Should I pay more money? Should I give them like what should I? It's always like a puzzle to figure out. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing with sports. It's like, how do I get back to the championship? We won. Some people are getting let go. How do we get back there again? Like, can we? You know what I mean? And trying to figure out that answer. Like,
I like this one.
Crazy.
This is my favorite of the. Well, I think increase the skill. I think they're all great. But spend less time comparing yourself to others and more time comparing yourself to your business plan.
That's hard, Brent. That's hard.
That's tough.
Especially the day and time we live in.
Yeah.
That is hard.
Right?
You might as well not have a phone.
Right?
You know, like,
you know what I mean?
hard.
Because I
It's
mean,
hard.
comparing yourself to other people, because your business plan is basically your vision.
Right.
It's your something you made up, your goal, and this is how we're going to do it over the next month, 3 months, year. What is the business plan for the year? How does that break down? And then where are we at compared to that?
Yeah.
Not compared to what other people are doing in their business,
Yeah.
not changing up what they're doing. I mean, you could keep your thumb on the pulse of what's working and what's going on in the market and those type of things. That's smart.
Absolutely.
But how are you compared to your business plan?
Yeah.
I think for us,
Because everybody goes bananas in their business plan.
they do.
And then they put it in their drawer and forget about it for a year.
And guess what? For us,
you don't say it.
We didn't do it we didn't do that this year.
Right.
Yeah, we did it for the last 5 years. We did that. This year we didn't do that. We made attainable goals and we literally go over them every quarter. We have to start, and 30 days before the next quarter.
Yep.
It's like, what are we behind on and what are we moving forward with?
Yep.
Right. Are we taking anything out moving next quarter just because we may have done something this quarter that we, don't want to do next quarter? But no, this year, no, it was dialed in, and we really sat down and did that at the end of the year. Me and him, we took like 4 or 5 hours at the office, just me and him. I think that's something huge. As far as comparing yourself to others, I never felt that was smart to do, period. I'll look at certain stuff and I'm like, man, Brent is killing it out there. And I'm like, but it's motivation though.
Sure.
I use it as motivation, right? And I think that's more of how I relate to the situation. I'm not looking at, you see these people on Instagram and they got it all together, right? But they're not showing, that's just the glitz and glamour. Instagram and social media is like a highlight reel.
Yeah,
that's
we
what
all
can
do. We all do it. We all could, my bad, cut you off too. But I'm saying like we all could, spin something to make it look even better than what it is.
Well, I know people that go out and buy new outfits every single day and then return them 2 days later.
It's just
got what I mean?
now.
Like, I know
mean?
people that rent jewelry and watches.
That's
you know what I mean? I know people that
crazy.
take pictures in fake, airplanes.
Yep.
Like, it's great, but at the end of it, it's not going to feed my family.
Right.
It's not going to feed my goals.
Exactly.
It's not going to help me reach my potential. It might inspire me in some ways, but I think our business plan is way more inspirational because it's something that we can control.
Yeah.
But for the listeners out there, are y'all looking at y'all business plan more than y'all looking at y'all social media and who y'all comparing yourself to?
No way.
Because I know you flip that phone open every day and you do like this.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But are you opening that business plan and saying, man, and really, because you don't want to open it. It's almost like getting on that scale.
Yep.
Right at the gym.
You mean the scale
every
that
day.
I just weighed in? You want to weigh in?
No, I don't want to weigh in.
I just weighed in live.
But I'm saying you want to do that every day. Like, I mean, that's how you see it. And you're like, oh man, like,
Yeah.
So I think that's a big thing. Is like, make sure that you're looking at that business plan just as much as you're looking at these people that you're comparing yourself to, if you are. But definitely use it as motivation, if anything. Because a lot of this stuff is fake.
Let me chime in on that too. Like for anybody who watching too as well. This is just a side note, right, Brent? Is that if you're not, don't try not to feel ashamed from not doing it. You know what I mean? It's a whole journey. This whole business thing is just a journey, right? Like, definitely take what Brent is saying, obviously, right? But if it's, whatever, you hear this, right? And 6 months down the road, you're still not doing it, still keep trying to make those strides, you know what I mean? And then it will get there because, if you're the solo person in your business, I get it. It could be just, I'm doing marketing, I'm making calls, I'm doing cold calling all the way through. I don't have a lead manager, cold caller, close on deals, going out to a point, whatever. And it's just like, I had a business plan in my head, but I don't even know where I'm at. I'm just trying to make it so I don't have to go back to work. Like, you know what I mean? But just keep going and keep, it's a journey. It's definitely a journey. So don't feel like, just with anything, it kind of go back to just comparing yourself, just feel bad about where you're at. It's about, writing down, okay, here's where I'm at. Here's what I need to do to change to get to where I'm trying to go.
Mm-hmm.
Am I willing to put in the work? Yes. What does that look like? And let's get to it.
That's it.
Everybody, all of us started somewhere.
Right.
So
We all had a first deal.
All of us one day was like, even when you're behind on stuff, all right, but now get started. You're behind 30 days, okay, but don't let it go 35 days.
Right.
Look at it and say, hey, I'm not ashamed of it. I know I missed that 30 days. I'm not gonna let it get to 31. I'm just start today.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the biggest thing I feel like with that.
I love it. I remember,
It's fun right here.
yeah,
We can do this all day.
super broke, baby boy. My son's mother disappeared. She wasn't ready to be a mom, right? Disappeared. He had ear infections all the time. And I remember I was like, I can't be a real estate agent because real estate agents are on call all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I was like, I need to develop other skills. I need to go out and find deals on my schedule, and be able to really build this around the responsibilities I have with my young son, with Seamus. And so I was like, I'm going to just go door knocking. I'm going to just go out. I'm just going to figure it out. I'll just go out there and I'll knock on some doors and I'll just try to find some opportunities. And then you realize in this business, one, you can control the schedule that you have if you're being proactive. Two, if you have enough conversations and make enough offers, you will win.
Right.
And you'll win massively.
Yeah.
Right. And three, the more desperate you are, the more hunger you have, the more fire in your belly, the more batteries come included with yourselves for the longest amount of time.
Yeah.
The more that you're going to actually make, and the more skills that you're going to develop, and then you can change everything.
Yeah.
You could pay for the best stuff for your family. You can go on the best experiences that you can have. You can invest in the best assets. You can meet incredible people. You know what I mean? You can get loud and speak with authority.
You're controlling your own destiny.
Yeah.
Brent, has it one like that for you? As
it
far as that
was.
goes?
I mean, listen, it's
I mean, as far as to be specific about the hunger part of it.
Yeah.
Did it go like this? Or was you always like,
you
feel as desperate as you did in the beginning?
Listen, I thought 300,000 in an account, and I'm like, whew,
right.
I'm after taxes. You know what I mean? 300,000 in an account after taxes. I was like, bro, I can take off the next 3 years if I wanted, because I didn't get too crazy with getting debt or anything like that. And so. Yeah, and making hires that I shouldn't have too quickly and that type of thing. So I've made a tremendous amount of mistakes, and that sets you back. But then you learn, you know what I mean? And you get better each time. You just have to stay in the game. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And if you stay in the game long enough, you're gonna figure it out. So
absolutely.
Yeah. All right. It's time to throw some darts at some balloons for some giveaways here. Matt, you want to change up these cameras, please? Thank you, brother.
Wow, we throwing darts.
They're throwing darts and balloons.
Okay.
You didn't think that was happening, did you?
I didn't think that was happening.
Guys, this is a giveaway. We're giving away a hat. We're giving away a t-shirt. We're giving away hoodies. Depending, the blue balloons on top are for the hat. The dark purple balloons are for the shirt, and the bottom one, the red ones, are for the hoodie. We'll select somebody who is going to win them from our audience, and as long as you are a subscriber. So if you're not subscribed, make sure that you do subscribe. We're going to be doing these shows every single Wednesday. We've got the Wholesale Hotline with Jamil Damji, Pace Morby, and guest, and Jerry Norton on Mondays, and then we drop Tuesdays, Thursdays, original content there as well. So make sure that you subscribe and get everything that you need to go out and find either your first deal or add consistency to the deals that you're already doing. So here we go. All right. There's the balloons. There's the darts. Here's the things. We got the hat. We haven't given away a hat yet. Boom. Thank you. We've got the shirt, TTP shirt. There you go. And the TTP hoodie to some lucky. And now we got two. We're going to give away two. So we'll give away each for you guys. So, all right, wait, let me grab some more darts here because Raphael put 1,000 of them in here.
Right. I might have to be like Raphael, though.
You never know. This 3-ounce dart is going to be a little bit too much for you. There you go. All right, guys, here we go. All right, guys, let's see what we got. Is this mic on? Can they hear him on that? Maybe?
Sure. Oh, yeah, it's on.
Okay, good. All right, here we go. Omari for the first throw. Oh, come on.
All right.
That's how you throw darts? You put your finger on the back of it?
Yeah. I don't know.
That's cool. It's like a baseball. Go get those darts.
He's 3 and out.
Yeah. Here we go.
Ready?
First time. I believe in you.
I need a
This is a
crowd.
real
Let's go.
athlete. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
How do you throw it?
Uh-huh. Oh, right there, though. Oh, come on.
Right there, though.
Oh. Come on, Omari. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. We got to finish this so strong.
Somebody got to get something.
There we go.
Like those quarter crane sheets built to your win.
That's it. Here we go.
I got y'all.
All right. Right here. There you go.
Let me try to switch that.
There you go. There you go.
Ooh.
Oh,
There
you
you
guys going for the same balloon.
Like right there. Huh?
Hey, somebody's getting a T-shirt. There it is. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Show.
Yeah.
Fifth. Hey, he got it on. He got it on the fifth one. Yeah.
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 Yes.
Where am I going?
Oh, 4.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Congratulations. Oh, that is awesome. That is absolutely awesome. That's great.
I got the swing
Thank you
up.
guys for joining the show today. If you're not subscribed, make sure that you do subscribe. We're going to be sending out these. We'll be reaching out to the winners of the giveaways so that we can send you some of the swag. We're going to be doing this every Wednesday. Come on in, guys. Matt, you want to join us? You did so much today, guys. Give some love to Matt. He was running around like crazy, changing all the cameras and all the angles and all the microphones. Guys, we love you. Remember that massive imperfect action. That's all you need to do. All right, go out there, make some serious impact in the communities because nobody else is doing it. Realtors aren't going after it. The fix and flippers aren't going after it. The people building their real estate portfolio. By the way, tell them how to get a hold of you guys.
Yeah, so you can find us. We have a podcast as well, kind of following the footsteps
Yeah.
of Brent. It's called Moguls in the Making, so you can find it everywhere. Instagram, YouTube, you can find us. You can find me on Instagram at catchabag_O. That's my tag.
And you can find me on Instagram at legacy_TEE.
Awesome.
Now I will say this, Brent. Let me throw my little shame.
Yeah, hold on. Let me do this because I don't know if they can hear you, to be honest. Here you go. Let me give you the microphone here. There you go.
All right, so guys, this is a shameless plug. If you guys are in Indianapolis, definitely reach out to us. We helped a lady, actually, her name is Diane. Brent, she lives in California. She lives in what part is it? San Francisco. Actually, and last month she made $100,000 with us last month from just JV deals, right? Partnering up. She's never been to Indianapolis. She picked the market, and this is her first year wholesaling.
Awesome. Yeah.
She hasn't wholesaled too much. She maybe only did maybe 2 or 3 deals total before she started working with us. So, we're just a great source. They're obviously that's our backyard. We've been in that market. We know it pretty well. So, we're starting to go virtual and stuff like that too. But Indianapolis, if you're, there, you definitely should reach out to us for sure.
Awesome. Tell them how to reach you again.
So you can reach out to me through Instagram. They could probably go through our email.
Yeah.
It's at our disposition manager. His name is Jose. So Jose, JOSE at LHBindy.com.
And
So
if
this
they want
one
to
here,
get you on
Legacy Homes.
Instagram,
So if you want to get me on Instagram, it's at catchabag_O.
And for me on Instagram, it's legacy _TEE. And email wise is Teron, TERONE at LHBindy.com.
awesome. That's it, guys. Thank you for joining us. Remember, keep your house clean, protect your health, and increase your value to the world, and you'll live an incredible life. We'll see you next week. Love you. Boom.